It's that time again for another not-so-normal gaming podcast, featuring your hosts, MrTechnoSqueek.
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Nostalgic Dan 1.
Everything I feel is in this sword. Good.
Come on!
And Quick Freeze 4.
Don't worry. I'll handle the bad guys.
This is a podcast you want to listen to, but first, you gotta press start.
We're live? Are we live, guys? Yeah, nope, we are.
See? Say something, Techno.
I don't see any of the handsome hosts. This is bullshit.
In the chat.
They're in the chat.
They don't
All I
want to
see
see
is...
that. We don't want to terrify the guys.
Am I that sexy Sonic the Hedgehog?
No.
Oh.
That's me.
You're not sexy.
You're certainly not blue.
So sexy.
Oh shit, we're live.
Oh,
We're live.
Oh, Techno, you're
So
supposed to
if-
start it, man.
what a
Well,
failure.
guess what, guys?
You had like 4
We're
months
back.
to prepare.
Yeah, you had 4 months. You had one job.
Well, guys, let's start this damn podcast.
I believe we already have. And it was epic.
Yeah. Well, guess what? We're doing it again.
Alright, go for it.
Hey, guys, welcome back to a brand new season, I guess, of the PSP Press Start podcast.
We are not associated by Sony.
Yeah, okay.
You see that? I totally stopped him in his tracks. That was...
Yeah, you did. So,
That was
this
a
is
curveball.
episode 75, and we got the original 3 amigos, myself, MrTechnoSqueek, Nostalgic Dan 1,
I know that
and
guy.
Quick Freeze 4.
So adorable.
So
You
adorable.
can't capture the magic of the first.
I know,
Yeah.
I really want that R back.
That was beautiful. You just rolled it perfectly.
So adorable.
It's not happening. Lightning doesn't strike twice.
Man. Guys, it's been 4 months. What have you been up to?
I'm working.
Well, that's not fun.
There's these
And
things called
buying
like...
Dreamcast games and Steam games.
Oh man.
Those aren't fun either.
So many Steam games. I have 126 Steam games now.
And you have only played 2 of them.
I have more than you, Techno, and I hardly use Steam. I have like 170 at last count.
Shit.
I'm telling you, man, indie bundles, no one pays attention to that, but it's not even indie games. Like, sometimes they do,
Yeah,
like,
I
full-on
bought
bundles.
a bunch of, during the Steam sale, I bought a bunch of those, like, $1, $2, shooters.
Oh, yeah. And, well, there's multiple ones. There's, like, some by Capcom that are, like, vertical scrolling, and then there's the other ones which are, like, horizontal. But, yeah, I know which ones you're talking about.
I have no idea.
Clive hates Steam.
You know what? I've never just got... I have nothing against Steam. I just never got into Steam. It's just too damn hot.
It just burns your face when you're, like, trying to cook and all that.
It does, dude. Oh, God.
You know what sucks? Whenever you're outside in the hot-ass sun, like mowing or something, and sweat gets into your eyes, yeah, fuck
yeah.
that. Screw that. I hate
Screw
it.
that sweat.
Screw that sweat.
Oh, my God.
No, perfect start. But yeah, I miss you guys. I miss everyone. I miss the beautiful chat. I miss all the people in the chat.
See, I missed
Amazing.
that one, and that one, and that
You-
definitely that guy.
Definitely that guy sitting in the back. I see you. I see you back there.
Who, that techno guy? No, screw him.
I thought I was up here.
No, you're not.
Okay.
You think you are, but you're doing good, techno. Good job.
Okay.
Oh my God! So what have you guys honestly have been doing? Dan, how's school?
It's not so bad. Well, I'm getting ready to go back to school, actually. I'm trying to set up all this stuff and getting ready to, owe debt for the rest of my life.
Oh, debt for the rest of
Gotta love the school loans, man. Gotta love them.
Dude,
But-
I'm still paying for my student loans.
Oh, man. They're not so bad right now because they don't build interest when you're in college, but as soon as I get out of college, I'm screwed. It's like, oh my God, I actually gotta pay this money back. So, you mean that loans are free money? That's what I thought they were. But yeah.
Dude, that's true, dude. When I was in college, they're like, "Oh, you need to take out another loan." I'm like, "Okay, yeah, sure, whatever gets me out of this office." That was my attitude. But now that I'm out of college and I'm paying that stuff back, I'm like, "Oh shit!" Like that's the attitude.
Yeah, but I'm happy because I'm gonna go back to having Fridays off, which is amazing. And because last semester, Jesus Christ, I was so busy. Like from Monday to Friday, and on some of the days I had like 9 hours, 10 hours worth of classes, and I was beat every time, and it started wearing me down. Some of the most demanding classes I took, but yeah, a little bit less stressful because I've taken all the general stuff. I've gotten that out of the way, and I don't really need that much of that kind of stuff. But I'm getting ready. I'm excited. Some interesting classes. Yeah. I got to do performance art, and I'm like, man, I'm not a performance artist. It scares the hell out of me. But yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of games, which is good. Been meaning to get caught up on a lot of certain games. And it's been a busy year too,
Yeah.
with game releases, like, even for like niche fans or like whatever, it's just been ridiculous. Game after game after game. It's like every other month there's a new game I want.
Dude, honestly, for me, I've been kind of like not doing that. I have like this huge bag. I have nine RPGs in my backlog, and I don't want to play any of them.
Yeah.
It's just like that's a lot of hours right there in those 9 games. But I don't know. There's like the last game I bought like brand new was Deadpool.
Oh yeah.
Well, actually, that's not true. I bought one 2 days ago, which I'll talk about in games we've been playing. But but Deadpool was like the last game I actually went out of my way to get. You know.
Mm.
So.
Yeah. Well,
I'm waiting for that to go on sale.
It's one of those games it will go on sale
Yeah.
like really
Yeah.
quickly. So I enjoyed that game. That game was hilarious.
yeah,
Deadpool.
I've seen people play it. It's, even for me who doesn't like really know anything about superheroes, I was laughing my ass off.
Dude, as soon as I was done playing that game, I went out and bought like 5 graphic novels of Deadpool, and they were just as funny. I was like, what the hell is he doing? Techno, how's the job?
Good. It's been raining, so I haven't been able to go to work that often.
You mean you don't work in the rain?
No.
What kind of lazy?
Because they don't let you mow and stuff in the rain because they don't want to fuck up their stuff.
It's BS. Haven't
Yeah,
they
just
ever
use
heard hardcore
a tarp.
Yeah, it's
Just
a
use a
tarp?
tarp. Yeah, a tarp.
poncho. Put on a poncho.
Yeah.
It's not me that they're worried about.
They don't give
Oh,
a damn about you. They care about the mower.
It's the
Yeah.
Don't
mower.
ruin that.
Put an umbrella over the mower.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, come up with some contraption.
Yeah. Duct tape. You can do it with duct tape.
That just solves everything.
Yeah, come on, dude.
I think NASA uses it too. Works really well.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. So do we want to share a little announcement about the podcast?
Yeah, we're quitting. We're done.
It's the last one.
This is the last episode.
There's a little caveat to our return.
If I was all the listeners, I would be pissed.
Yeah. Me and Clive were talking about it. We're becoming a yearly podcast. That's right,
Dude, that
guys.
would-
Every other year, you'll get one episode.
Wouldn't that be awesome if we became a yearly podcast? That'd be crazy. We'd be like, all right, guys, make sure you write down all those games you've been playing.
We would have to do like, I don't know, a 5-hour podcast.
No way, dude. It would
If-
be like
if it
way
was
more than
like-
that.
Oh my god, I like that title. The Grand Return, the real final episode.
The real fun.
It's like the last episode was the end, question mark.
There you go. See, RPG Swagman. He's a 10-hour podcast. Yeah.
The best one.
It's like in January I played this game, and then in August I played this. Be a huge list.
Oh man, that's funny.
But what is this announcements? Because I haven't even heard about it. You guys don't tell me anything.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
so we kind of hate Clive. But no, like in all seriousness, there's a little caveat. You won't be getting as much PSP as you used to, but you'll.
Well, that's bullshit.
I guess some PSP is better than none, I guess. But we're making the change from a weekly podcast to a bi-weekly podcast. So that means every other week will be a new episode as opposed to every single week. And that's for a lot of reasons. I mean, I think it'll help us a lot because, we're usually busy, me in particular, and everyone, we're all so busy. Gives us the time to get caught up, and I think it's good too because we'll definitely have stuff to talk about since 2 weeks have passed. We'll be far into certain games and stuff like that. Or if there was a slow gaming news week, maybe the next week's a pretty fast week for gaming news. So, and I also think it's good for the fans too because I know a lot of people like to listen to tons of podcasts and whatnot, and
I do.
Yeah, so we're a little bit less to worry about. You just have to worry about 2 episodes every month or so, but. Yeah, I'm still glad to be back because I missed it. Even as soon as we were done with the final episode, I'm like, man, I kind of don't want this to be the end. Like,
Plus, it gives us a good, it makes it so we don't have to make shit up.
yeah.
I do that shit all the time.
I know, and we want you to stop.
Yeah, but it would be
Just like I finished Tales of Vesperia.
Don't say that.
No.
You're good.
No. I want fucking proof, because I do not believe you beat that game.
Well, you can prove it by just trying to describe the final boss to us without spoilers, or just give a spoiler warning. But eventually, when we talk about it, we'll save that for later.
No, screw that. I want to hear it now.
Well,
I had to play Sonic the Hedgehog because he said he was going to beat Tales of Vesperia. Now that he says he beat that game, I want fucking proof. Techno, what was the final boss of the
final
game?
boss.
spoiler warning if you don't want to know. Just come back and, I don't know, whatever.
The final boss was a big black Sega Saturn.
I'm going to
I
fucking...
knew it. No, it's actually Klonoa since it's Bandai
That's
Namco.
what I was going to say that.
It's a big-ass Klonoa. Evil Klonoa. Spoiler.
Techno, you owe me. You have to beat that game.
I know, Zalvin. I could have did that,
Yeah,
but I was trying to be funny, but I'm not funny.
I didn't laugh.
So did you really beat this game or not?
Yeah, you really...
No, I did not.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. I had a feeling. I'm like, I don't know.
You fucking jerk.
Yeah, regardless of
I'm
one
still on that.
No, you're not.
Are you really?
You're still on the same stupid boss that you 4 months ago?
Quarter of a year has passed and you're still stuck on the boss.
That one, where you're I forget his damn name. The little kid.
Carol?
Yeah. Like he's alone.
Oh, you're fighting that... You're on the ice thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Where you have to do it by himself for a little bit.
Yeah. You fight with him by yourself and then,
Everyone else joins in later on.
yeah. Dude, you're like...
That's not that bad.
You're like, what, 60, 75% done with that game.
You're right there. You just gotta get past that point.
It's pissing me
Yeah, I
off.
think everyone agrees that Carol is the least liked of the group. It's all about Judith.
I hated that guy.
Oh yeah.
Wifey. Judith.
No,
Judith.
no, whoa, bro.
Rita? Is
Oh.
Rita your thing? I don't know.
No, it's Judith is mine.
I will fight you. I challenge you to a duel. Yeah, Repeat, ironically, is probably the most down-to-earth character out of all of them. He's like the most, he's like a really well-rounded character, even though he's just a dog. But he's great, like he's amazing. So funny. Rita's definitely cool. I like her magic. She's helpful in battles.
She was the only character that I kind of found interesting.
Yeah. Well,
Well, she was my favorite. I like Estelle too, but I like Rita because she was just a little more interesting. Plus, I have a thing for magic. I just like magic.
No, she's great. You need her in your party, kind of. Makes for a balanced party. So yeah, Techno, you're a bastard.
I know.
Finish the game. What an asshole. Takes
You
a
are
real
literally
ass.
a jerk.
I haven't plugged up my 360 in forever.
You know what? You know what? Same for me. I haven't turned on my Xbox in like forever. I've been playing like a lot of PlayStation 3 and like Nintendo 3DS.
It's like the same stuff I've been playing.
Yeah, I just like the last time I turned on my Xbox was to download a new character for Injustice, and then I turned it right off.
Yeah, I've been playing PS3, Dreamcast, and Saturn.
Oh, yeah.
Xbox.
Do you hear about like the Xbox getting booed? Yeah, Evo or something.
Yep.
Oh my god! I was watching. I feel so bad. Like I don't know. I'm not gonna buy an Xbox One. I just don't. I don't care about it. But like I felt so bad for the developers of Killer Instinct because that game looks amazing. And if I did have an Xbox One, I would buy Killer Instinct. But since it's on the Xbox One, I'll never get to play it because I just don't want one. But I feel so bad for those developers because they were booing because of the Xbox One. They weren't booing because of the Killer Instinct. I was just like, wow. Techno was there. He was one of the people booing.
Yeah, it's sad that it's exclusive to the Xbox One.
I don't know. That game looks so good too. I would play as Glacius. He's my dude.
Yeah.
So
I hear he's a lot different from before.
well, what was the last game he appeared in? He was like in Nintendo 64. I would think he would be a little bit different.
No, I mean like he plays different than what he used to.
It's been a while since the last one I played was on the Super Nintendo. So I don't know. Like, what do you guys? Do you guys even remember what happened on E3? Like, what systems are you gonna buy on the new generation?
PS4. Duh. I
Yeah,
mean,
well-
I laughed my ass off when, like, they were like, oh, hey, we're not gonna, make you have to go online. And then everyone's like, yeah! Ah! And then they kept, you don't have to, go online and register or whatever. And like, yeah! You can trade your games in. Yeah! And then right after that, they released that video.
Oh yeah, how to share games.
Yep. And that just, yeah. Microsoft is pretty much done.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, like, they got a lot of hype off like all those announcements, right? And for Sony, they were kind of given a golden opportunity from Microsoft, but it's like, here, we didn't think we'd have to say these things, but now we do since Microsoft messed up. But it's all a moot point now because Microsoft pulled a 180 and now all that stuff is removed. There is some good news. I'm not like, I'll be honest, I'm going to get a PS4 and a Wii U, and I'll probably get an Xbox One down the road because I like to own all the consoles, and eventually there'll be games on it that I want to play and stuff like that, but it'll probably be the last console I get. But there is some good stuff. There's some recent announcements that like indies will be able to self-publish finally on the Xbox One, which are welcoming back the indie crowd, which they're trying to take that away from Sony. But that's a really good thing that they can self-publish games because it's annoying to have to go through Microsoft for the indie marketplace and all that. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to PS4. And there's no region locking, thank God, getting rid of that, which is awesome.
That reminds me. Nintendo. You're making me sad.
What? Why?
Because Nintendo on region locking is stupid.
Dude, I don't care about that.
Yeah, but wouldn't you want... Okay, say a game's coming out, like Dragon Quest X. Oh, wow. We still haven't heard anything about that. But you can't play it because, well, region locked. Yay. I have to buy a whole other system to play that game. That's stupid.
That's your complaint?
Well, yeah.
Dude, don't you own, like, a Famicom?
Well, yeah.
That's a system from another country.
I know.
Well, what's the difference? You're willing to buy a Famicom, a system from another country, when you have a perfectly good Nintendo Entertainment System, and you're complaining...
I don't have a Nintendo.
Okay, well, regardless, you still went to another country to get the system when you could have just bought...
That's not the thing, though. That's the thing is, he had a Famicom because there were some games that stayed in Japan that he wanted to play, and that all could have been avoided if the system was region-free, because he wouldn't have to buy a new console. You could just play them on one console. But instead, there's games that stayed in Japan, and because of region locking, you're forced to buy a completely new system to play some other games you wanted to play.
I don't think I would have a problem with that. I think it would just be like, it would be cool to own another system. Like a different region system.
It is, but once you start getting into the new stuff, you start to realize how expensive it is. Like, if you wanted a Japanese 3DS right now, you're looking to pay like $400, $500. And just
Or
play
at
some...
360.
Yeah, don't even get me
Jesus
started on
Christ.
Japanese 360. Because I kind of want one, that'd be awesome, but no, it's not happening. Because there's so many awesome games that stayed in Japan, but now if there's no region locking, I'd be free to do whatever I want, import all the games I wanted. That's the benefit of like the PS3, the PSP, the original DS. You could just go crazy with imports. And didn't have to buy a new system, drop hundreds on a new system. Yeah.
Alright, I can kind of see your point.
Well, maybe maybe there's no games you actually really want to play, which
Well,
if there's not, then there's really no reason to care.
Well, that's not true, because I do have Project Diva F for the Vita, and that I had to import that, so I do have some. But
Shout out, that game's coming out like next month. Awesome. Amazing. I never thought that game would come out. I never ever thought that game would come out, and that's awesome. I can't wait for that.
And the reason why I bought a Famicom was because I wanted to use the Famicom disk system that never came over here. Because I thought it was cool. Fucking Castlevania on a floppy disk. Hell yeah. And yeah, I do want a Vita, sadly. I don't have one.
No. You gotta get some games for the... Like, I have a Vita, and I have, like, 10 games for the thing, and 6 of them are fighting games.
Yeah, and, like, aren't, like, most, if not all of those fighting games on the PS3?
Yeah, hold on. Let me see. What do I have? I have Ultimate Marvel. I have PlayStation All-Stars, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter Cross Tekken. What else do I got? I can't see from my list, but I got Dead or Alive 5. Yes, most of these games are on the PS3.
Yeah.
So. And then I heard Injustice is coming out for the Vita too as a Game of the Year edition, and I'm definitely getting that too.
Wait, what?
Injustice, you know, that fighting game?
Oh,
Superheroes? Yeah. I don't know if it's like true or not, but I heard that's coming out with a Game of the Year edition for all the systems, and it's going to have all the DLC, obviously, and all the costumes, and it's going to have like a port for the Vita, and I'm definitely getting it for the Vita. That's what I heard.
Did you hear about there won't be a second season pass for the next line of DLC characters?
I didn't hear about that, but I don't know. No, I didn't hear about that, but I heard like the next guy to come out is actually Martian Manhunter, which comes out the 30th, I believe, and I'm definitely going to download him. Dude, that game's sick, dude. I love Injustice. I have it on the 360 and the PS3, and I have all the costumes and all the fighters for both versions of that game. I fucking love that game.
Yeah. Someone asked Ed Boon on Twitter if there was going to be a second season pass, and he said no. So,
I would think they would, but it's their game. They can do what they want, but
uh,
you know, I really hope they make Supergirl a playable character. I really want Supergirl to be a playable character. I don't think it's gonna happen though.
probably not.
But you guys, you know what? Like, totally, like maybe like want to get a PS4. Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, for me it's Final Fantasy 15 and the endless amount of support that's inevitable with companies like NIS America and, well, I would have said Atlas, but I don't know what's going on with Atlas recently, but I don't know.
Dude, I heard a rumor that Nintendo might buy them.
Well, I don't know what's going on with them. Nothing's official. They might get, well, inevitably if they need to make back money, they have to sell off assets, and one of the biggest assets that Index Corp owns is Atlas, among with some anime companies and stuff like that. But Nintendo, people say Nintendo because it kind of makes sense because Nintendo's co-developing a game with them, and they never co-develop games with anyone. They're making the Fire Emblem Cross Shin Megami Tensei, and same thing with Atlas. They don't really co-develop games, and they're entrusting one of their most historic series with another company in Nintendo. And recently there's a promotion where if you bought Fire Emblem Awakening and Shin Megami Tensei 4 and registered them, you got a $30 eShop credit, and that was kind of
I got that.
That was kind of both companies trying to support each other. So it's kind of ironic that like out of all that time, that kind of came out of nowhere. They just
You know what?
yeah.
You know what the Wii U needs?
Games.
Sega needs. Yeah. Well, yeah.
They kind of need
but
games, but yeah.
Sega needs to get Nintendo to let them make another sequel to F-Zero. Oh yeah.
Well, they need that or whatever. Anything from
They
F-Zero.
need whatever.
Wave Race, oh my god, anything. Just bring
Oh
back
my-
something. Get some games out. Just get some games out, please. Eventually it's
I don't
going to
know.
come. I know the Wii U's going to step up strong eventually.
I think I'm probably gonna get a Wii U this November. Yeah, because I think it was that Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze that said, Clive, you're getting one.
Well, you know why I kind of want one now is if Atlas does team up with Nintendo, that means all their games will be Nintendo exclusive. That's so weird to think, though, that Persona 5 could be exclusive to the Wii U. Like, that just sounds weird to me. Like, they've been on all the PlayStation consoles, and then... I don't...
Done.
The biggest issue I have, if that happens, is everyone knows the Shin Megami Tensei games tend to be a lot mature. Like, they're usually M-rated games. And I'm just curious if Nintendo is willing to kind of break their tradition of not really publishing mature games to publish mature Shin Megami Tensei games if they own Atlas. They kind of have to break that tradition because a lot of the S&T games are rated M for mature. And Persona 5 definitely would be. And just the recent Shin Megami Tensei 4 was mature. I believe Soul Hackers was mature. So, and those would be Nintendo published if they owned Atlas. So. But regardless, if they still get sold, it's still kind of an end of an era because that means they're just going to be a developer, not a publisher anymore, so we won't see all those wonderful, weird games that Atlas chooses to publish out of nowhere, so that's kind of sad. But they're still good for right now. You know, everything's coming out. Dragon's Crown's coming out. That's going to be amazing. The new Etrian Odyssey later on, Etrian Odyssey Untold, which is a remake of the original one with an actual story for once, but yeah. I think they're going to be good for a while, but down the road their future is uncertain. We'll see.
Yeah. I doubt Punch-Out's going to be on the Wii U because that one that came out on the Wii didn't sell that well.
I don't know why, man. I like that game. I really did.
I never played
Get off this podcast.
it. You have not played Punch-Out.
No, I don't know. I thought that game was really good for the Wii.
Didn't that game have the Donkey Kong as a boss?
I don't know. I never got that far into it. I got, I don't know, maybe like 10 fighters in, and then I couldn't beat the guy. I still liked it though. It was a good game. So.
Yeah, but ironically, I mean, going back to E3, the whole time I watched it, I got this feeling like I just wasn't excited. Like I just didn't really care too much about what was announced because I don't know if it's me getting burnt out with like the trends of aimless amounts of sequels and all that, and it feels like even though it's a new generation, not a whole lot's changing game-wise, and I think that comes down to the issue that it's the same developers making the same types of games. There needs to be some like fresh blood in there. There needs more IPs, and ironically, the most intriguing stuff for me was like downloadable games. Like I didn't really care too much about like here's Titanfall, and I'm like, oh, that looks pretty. I don't really care, but yeah, and I'm like more excited about like whatever their new game is from Super Brothers, the guys who did Sword and Sorcery. That looks amazing. There's the Plants vs Zombie games, which looks pretty fun. Yeah, it's been a long time.
War of I forget the name of it.
Garden Warfare or something like that.
Yeah, Garden Warfare.
And there's some other games. Or Peggle 2. Oh my god, Peggle 2.
Oh my god.
Peggle 2 people.
Yes.
Get hype. Get hype.
Get hype.
But yeah, that's kind of why I want a PS4 too, is because they usually have really good support for indies, and Sony actually publishes a lot of their games. So like they picked up people like Santa Monica Studios to come up with stuff like Journey and Sound Shapes and Tokyo Jungle and stuff like that. Like they really support the indies, and that's great to see. That has me excited for the next gen. But yeah, I was more excited about like indie stuff, and like I watched the conferences. I'm like, these games look cool, but I feel like been there, done that the whole time. Actually, you know what game most intrigued me? Because it reminds me of Test Drive Unlimited, is Drive Club, I think it's called. I think it was announced at like Ubisoft, I want to say. Was it Ubisoft? I think so.
I forget. Well, no, wait, was
it's the
isn't
open
it the
world.
Crew?
Oh yeah, the crew.
What was in the Crew?
Wait, I get Drive Club and the Crew confused. Which one's the one where it's like open world and you can go to like different areas? Like it's the whole U.S. like kind of condensed, but it's the whole U.S. and you can drive around like wherever you want, switch cars, switch parts on the fly. Like it looked really cool.
Isn't that
That's
the Crew?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I always get Drive Club and that confused. The Crew looked awesome. I was really excited about that because I don't know if you guys played a game called Test Drive Unlimited, but it's really reminiscent of that, where it's like an MMO racing game. Like you drive around and you see like other people, online driving around in real time, like in the city and stuff like that, and you can mess around, challenge people to races. It was a cool concept that could have used a lot more polishing, and it could have been really something special, and I think that's what the Crew looks like. It looks really cool. But other than that, like, yeah, it's a whole bunch of sequels, and the new stuff that was announced still felt similar to, like, other stuff, and I was like, okay. So, yeah. That's why I don't remember much, honestly, from E3, because I felt like I wasn't that excited the whole time.
Well, for me, like, the top 4 games and these 4 games are, like, system sellers for me. It's, Donkey Kong, I already mentioned because I like that one. Smash Brothers, especially, definitely because they introduced Mega Man. That's my fighter. I'm getting it for the Wii U and the 3DS, but it was definitely Kingdom Hearts 3 and Final Fantasy 15. It's like when I saw that trailer for Final Fantasy 15, I didn't know what it was until they actually said Final Fantasy, and I was like,
it looks incredible.
Sony just sold me a PS4. I was like, I didn't fucking care. I was like, Sony just sold me a PS4. And then they showed Kingdom Hearts. I'm like, oh my god, I'm definitely getting a fucking PS4.
Yeah, I never tried out Kingdom Hearts. It's just a series that, like, I'm a big JRPG fan, right? And it's still a series that I kind of, like, avoid, kind of, because there's something about, like, I know it probably works great, but something about Disney and, like, JRPG to me doesn't mix, because I love Disney. I love Disney movies. I'm an animator, so I love, like, Pixar and stuff like that. But yeah, I never got into Kingdom Hearts, but I was excited for Final Fantasy 15, especially since it looks like it's not going to be turn-based anymore. It looks really, really heavy.
No, it looks like
on action.
It reminds me of like Devil May Cry or something.
It looks pretty awesome though. It looks so cool and so pretty. Damn, it's so pretty.
Dude, I'm definitely, like I said, I'm definitely getting that fucking game. But it's probably not going to come out until like 2014. But
yeah, that's true.
So well, same as Smash Bros. It's not 2014, but But I'll get Donkey Kong in November, and I'll probably pick up Super Luigi U, and there was one other game for the Wii that I wanted. I'll remember it later. But
Yeah. What about you, Techno? Any memorable games from E3 that you were excited for?
Oh man.
oh, Sonic Lost World. Just
Oh
remembered it.
yeah. That I mean, that will make me buy a Wii U. Like when that comes out, I'm getting a Wii U. 'Cause in my opinion, it looks better than the new Mario game.
I have to agree.
See? Because it just, like, the new Mario game just looks just like a, I guess, Mario game. I mean, it doesn't look like... I was a big Galaxy fan, and I was kind of hoping for, well, maybe not just a new Galaxy, but like something bigger than what they showed. Because to me, all that new Mario is like a remake of Super Mario 2 with, you know, oh, hey, look, we've seen that, you know, Peach can do the whole levitating thing before. Oh, hey, look, I can be Toad again.
Hey, Toad rocks, man.
I know. I'm just saying. But, I don't know if that's actually, you know, buying Wii U just for one game. And yeah, I know Smash Brothers, but I don't even know when Sonic comes out.
I don't know.
Probably 2014, like most games. Killer Instinct, yeah, I was like, ah!
He just stepped on his cat.
Yes. And, yeah, I was like, oh, shit! And then it's, you know, only on Xbox One. And, you know, Killer Instinct was the only one that made me want to get an Xbox. I that's kind of sad. But, PS4, Watch Dogs, it's gonna come out earlier than the PS4, so I'll probably get that on PC. Kingdom Hearts 3, I don't play many Kingdom Hearts games, but I play 1 and 2, and I'll definitely play 3. So, yeah, I'm trying to think. That Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy 15, is it? Looked pretty cool. I'm really wanting to get into 14. So, I can't really think of anything else.
How about Infamous?
Infamous? Oh, yes, Infamous. Oh, yeah. I can't wait for that. Infamous Second Son. Yeah. It'd be awesome.
Well, it sounds like we're all getting the PS4 and the Wii U first, and then
Ouya.
Xbox. The Ouya.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about that.
What? You're not getting the Ouya?
Yeah, that's-
Well, haven't you heard all the problems?
Yeah, I heard you're not getting an Ouya. That's the problem.
that's a big problem. Yeah. I'll own all consoles eventually. It doesn't matter to me. I mean, that's the thing
And-
too, is like, I just want to say that it's like, there's so much like bashing going on between like PS4 and Xbox One, and I'm like, at the end of the day, like, don't let people, you know, make opinions for yourself. Like, if you're interested in the Xbox One, buy that. Like, just buy what genuinely interests you and go with that. Like, you don't, and to all the people who are trying to put down people who are buying certain consoles, I mean, you should be ashamed of yourself. That's kind of
It reminds
stupid.
me of the 16-bit wars.
Nothing will match that war. That was like a genuine war. Like, nothing comes
Yeah.
close now, but
Many lives were lost in that great battle.
lost on the digital battlefield.
Oh,
we
yeah.
didn't have enough Phoenix Downs to bring him back.
Oh dear God!
Oh man. But yeah, just buy what you want, man, and don't let. That goes for anything. Like if you like 3DS and that's all you care about, handheld wise, just go with what you like. Don't let people make you feel bad for playing certain consoles or whatever. Go with what you
I'll
want.
probably buy Vita my next
I honestly
next
think my
system.
next one's probably gonna be Wii U, and then I'll wait a while for the PS4. Because I know the games I want for it aren't going to be out right away, so it's like it's kind of pointless to get it right away.
Yeah.
And I might wait
Yeah.
for a price drop and like a new iteration where they fix out all the kinks and bugs with it.
Yeah,
That's
I think
what
I'm
I
gonna do
did
the
with
same.
the PS3. I bought the second revision, the slim, and then we got the slimmer model. So, yeah. Woohoo.
Yeah, woohoo!
Genesis for life.
Awkward
and me.
silence.
You and me both, Metcar.
What about that Evo, guys? You guys watched Evo. I didn't get a chance to watch
Evo, yeah.
because I was
Dude,
like, wait,
dude.
yeah.
That
Oh
was
my god.
crazy.
Smash Brothers Melee?
Dude, that was awesome.
Oh my god!
No, technically, did you see the numbers for fucking Smash Bros? They had like the highest.
Over, like, oh my god.
It had like the highest viewer count than like any stream on like Twitch or something.
Yeah,
like
it was
that.
like,
Just for Smash Brothers.
yeah, I can't remember. But it was nuts. USA won. Yes. One with Fox. Yes.
I was kind of disappointed, man. I wanted that Jigglypuff to win. What was it? What was the guy's name? It was like Whooper. Whooper. Oh, Woobles.
Woobles.
I think that was his name. Yeah, but he used like Jigglypuff. I'm like, I want this person to win. I think you have to like.
Mango was the winner with Fox. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the guy's name.
But yeah, dude, I was totally like hooked on that Injustice. Like, I watched every Injustice match, dude. Again, I mean, I fucking love that game so much.
I didn't get to see much of Injustice, but I saw bits and pieces of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom. I'm not a big fan of 3. Watched all of Super Street Fighter 4. That was amazing. Balrog almost won. Damn it. I wish he would have, but, you know, hey. What else? What else was there? Oh, King of Fighters 13. That was amazing, too.
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed watching that one.
Yeah. Like, somehow King of Fighters is, like, a real good game to watch.
Well, the thing is, like I watched all of them. I watched all the ones you're mentioning, but the ones that I didn't really care about were Street Fighter Cross Tekken, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and I think those are the only two that I didn't care about because they were like in past Evos. I'm like, it's just gonna be like the same people in the semifinals. But like I said, it was Injustice that I really watched, Smash Brothers, I watched King of Fighters 13. Those 3 were the ones where like, I don't care, I'm watching this whole thing. And I actually got hyped watching the people play, and like, it's like, I really hope this guy wins. It's like, I was cheering these people on. But the other 2, Marvel and Street Fighter Cross Tekken, I didn't really care about, even though I watched them.
Yeah.
So, And then Super Street Fighter. I watched Super Street Fighter 4 too, and like, I don't care what anyone says. That's like the best fighting game.
Yeah, it is still the #1 fighter out right now.
And they're upping it up. They're updating it to Ultra Street Fighter 4. I'm so pumped, dude. They're going to add Elena, Rolento, Hugo, Poison, and a brand new character. I am psyched.
Okay, I think what they're going to do is put Ashura in it. I can't pronounce his damn name. Asura's from Asura's Wrath.
Maybe. Well, they did mention it was a character never seen in a Street Fighter game before. And I think there was one other clue that they gave. But I don't know. I was talking to a good friend of mine. I'm like, you know how badass it would be if they threw Mega Man in there?
I don't know if they would though. I mean, it could happen, but you never know.
Yeah, well, that's just wishful thinking. I don't think Mega Man will actually fit in the world of Street Fighter.
Because, Capcom, they'll be like, oh, Capcom or Mega Man cross Street Fighter's the Street Fighter game. Ha 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 ha. Because, it's like actually theirs or something. Because they're like, oh, hey, guys, how about we produce it or whatever? Publish it, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, Batsu is so badass, yeah. It would be amazing if he was in the next Street Fighter.
That's funny. The Metallica brings up Scrooge McDuck. That was another character I was talking to my friends about because it would so work, right? This is my theory and my friend's theory that we were talking about. Red Lento, right? He has this move, right? Where
my god!
He has he has this pogo stick move, Rolento.
Yep,
I'm like, you know how ridiculously funny this would be if they gave Rolento a Scrooge McDuck costume? And just have him bouncing around the screen.
That would be hilarious.
That would be the coolest costume and character, and I would definitely learn that character if they had a Scrooge McDuck costume. But I don't know. But I'm super excited from Ultra Street Fighter 4, and it kind of pisses me off. They're like from people. They're like, oh, another Street Fighter 4 game's like, stop remaking the game. Dude, they're not remaking this game. They're updating it. They've always updated Street Fighter 4. Like, you had a choice. You either pay $15 to download the new upgrade, or you buy the retail copy for $40. You have a choice. Like, as soon as they announced that Ultra Street Fighter 4, everyone's like, they're remaking Street Fighter 4. They are not remaking Street Fighter 4. They're just updating the game like they did the last, 2 years now? And you have a choice. You can either not download it, get the retail copy, which I'm probably going to do because I love physical copies, or just pay $15 and get the update. It's not a brand new game.
I don't know. I might pick up the retail release, but I'm not sure yet.
Well, I would definitely pick up the retail list. One, it's physical copy. Plus, you get all the characters. You have all the costumes, all the DLC, right there. Because if you skipped an update in the past, you'll get it with the Street Fighter 4 update. That's the way it is.
Well, see, I have Arcade Edition.
Okay, yeah, but did you buy all the costumes for Arcade Edition?
Oh, it comes with all the costumes?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Oh, okay. I'm not going to say, actually, I shouldn't say yeah. Okay, I assume it does, okay? Don't take my word for it, but I assume it does. So. Well, that's, I don't know. That's my argument in my little rant, so.
Yeah.
They're not remaking it. We just gotta get Dan to buy Ultra Street Fighter 4.
Oh yeah, I'm all about that.
That
business.
You should, dude. I bet you'll buy Ultra Street Fighter 4 and totally kick my ass.
No, I'm a fighting game noob.
Dude, I agree with RP Sweet Swag, man. I love the cover of Ultra Street Fighter 4. It's just Ryu, and he's pulling tight his little headband. I'm just like, oh, I love that cover. wait for that game.
Yeah.
It kind of surprised me though. They're not putting it on the PS4 or the Xbox One, unless they are in like a later date.
I don't know because see, they even said they weren't making I don't mean they won't in the future, but they said they weren't making a Street Fighter 5 for the PS4 and 3 or Xbox One. You know, that's why they said, "Hey, we're updating Street Fighter 4." And
Which is so much more easy to do. Like, just to upgrade the existing game.
I mean, why would you make a new game when your game that you have out on the market right now is the number one fighter?
Exactly.
Already?
Exactly. This is my argument. Like, why make a brand new Street Fighter game when you could just update the one that's already out? I seriously think the same thing about sport games. Like, they make a brand new game every year. It's like, no, dude, just release a $15 patch and update the damn rosters. You know, I don't play sport games, so I could be totally wrong on this. But yeah, it's like, I don't know why. 'Cause, like, why remake a game when you could just update it? And they're doing that with Street Fighter. Love it. Pepsi.
I actually gave Virtual Fighter 2 to Clava.
You did?
Yeah, remember? Whenever I gave you that Dreamcast.
Oh, yeah.
That Power Stone disc also came with Virtual Fighter 2.
You did do that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Actually, I had a hunt on the
like,
keyboard.
I didn't play my Saturn that much back then, and I was like, oh, I'll just give it to him. Whatever. Because you said you had a Saturn, you were looking for games or something.
Well, I was looking for cables. Yeah, actually, I just required like my hookups for the Saturn, and I haven't played my Saturn in over 13 years, dude. I was just like, oh, as soon as I got those cables, man, I sat down and I played Bug, Clockwork Knight, what is it, Saturn Bomberman, Aliens Trilogy.
You have Saturn Bomberman?
Dude, I love Saturn. I have that game. Yeah, why? It's a good game.
I know. It's fucking rare.
Yeah. I don't know why it's rare, but yeah.
Oh, I don't think I've told you this, but my since we're talking about like DuckTales, my cousin had a bunch of games she was needing to sell because she never gets to play them all anymore, and I got all of her Genesis games, and well, she sold a mint boxed complete copy of DuckTales 2 to a guy for $180, and it makes me sad. I didn't get it.
It's okay, man. Walk it off.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. But just can't wait. Can't wait for the Street Fighter. So, how's the chat doing, man? I haven't been keeping up with the chat.
Chat.
Well, I've been talking to you guys. What are people-
Yes, I did message Pete Dorr. He's actually in the chat right now. Or he's in the viewers list.
We be fabulous.
Yes.
So what's everyone's opinions about the PS4 and Xbox One and Street Fighter? I want to hear some Street Fighter love.
Fuck Xbox One.
Pete's playing Smite.
Yes.
Xbox One for life.
Needs to get on that League of Legends. Like all of Twitch.
Dude, I can't. I don't understand League of Legends. Every time I watch a live stream of that, I'm like, I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah. It's probably one of those things where if you knew like the game, you'd probably find it exciting, but if you don't, it's like, nah.
Well, like, I have a friend who, like, plays that game, like, a lot, and I was over at his house while he was, like, joining a match, and he was telling me, like, if one guy just suddenly leaves a match, like, in the middle of it, it would totally ruin their team, like, to the point where they just can't win. I'm like, well, how does that even work? And he was trying to explain it to me, and I was just like, and, like, on the one point I didn't care, but the other point, it was, like, he was doing all this technobabble about League of Legends I didn't really understand, but I don't know. It seems like a very cool but complex game.
Yeah, you know, oddly enough, the only, I guess, multiplayer online battle arena, if you want to call it that I've gotten into was actually a couple of weeks ago. I played it for quite a while, but I haven't played it since then, but it's awesome because it's like a 2D MOBA, but it's Awesome Knots, and it's super fun. I love Awesome Knots. It's essentially like a multiplayer online battle arena. You go around, you have to destroy like the core for the other team, and like you have turrets that are blocking you. You try and destroy the turrets, but it's like, you know, you can't just constantly attack, so you have to kind of like back off and hide behind your robots and stuff like that and use all your abilities. And it's cool because I prefer the 2D style. There's tons of characters to use too. And it's pretty in-depth, but super fun.
I have not heard of this game.
It's a downloadable game. It's on like Xbox Live Arcade. I don't know if it's on PSN. I think so. I have it on Steam.
Steam.
Good old Steam. It's fun though. It's the only kind of MOBA I would play because it feels old school. It's addicting.
So you guys want to see if anyone wants to call in? Does anyone want to call in and join?
No, they all hate us. Just
Do
like
they?
Techno. Yeah. See? Techno hates us too.
Techno's fucking dying over there.
Yes.
Do you need mouth-to-mouth, Techno? Clive, get over there now.
No.
I'm on my way.
Where's Grimace when you need him?
But yeah, seriously, guys, you guys want to call in and just join the chat for a little bit?
Join the chat.
Well, it's better than talking to you,
I know.
Mr. Mouth to Mouth.
Mr. Mouth to Mouth.
Yeah, you didn't even give me any tongue. But if you guys want,
I don't want to think about that.
well, why not, baby?
Shut up.
What? Is this wrong? Dan, am I doing something wrong?
Yes, you are.
Oh.
You're
Oh,
not blowing hard enough. Harder.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm totally sorry.
What it
I'll
tells
try harder.
You gotta put all your effort into it.
But if you guys want to join the chat, please add me, QuickFreeze915, and tell me if you want to join this chat. I will add you to the call. We could talk some good stuff. We can make fun of Techno. We're making out with Techno right now. He doesn't like it, but we're doing it. He's speechless. I told him that. We have the technology. So.
Oh, yeah. Is anyone wanting to be in the call?
I want to call.
Can I call? How do I call again?
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Click freeze
dude,
5.
guys, I'll hang up and I'll call you guys.
But, nah.
Fuck it. Metallicar says, fuck it, call me.
What? I don't want to fucking... Oh, I read that wrong. It said fucking Ghostbusters. I was like, what?
Fuck Ghostbusters.
Alright.
Yeah,
I was like,
messages like start to blend together, and you're like, what the hell?
That's why I read it.
What are you, drunk?
It said fucking Ghostbusters. I was like, what?
Oh, drunk's the best, because that means you'll have a lot to say. And you'll have lots of witty commentary.
Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna call random people.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna call this Nostalgic Dan guy.
No, man. Hate that guy.
That guy sucks.
Yeah, just like that techno guy. What a douche.
But
Dingleberries.
you're a dingleberry, you dingleberry.
So techno, didn't you have some news or something? You're like the only one who had news.
Yeah.
I
He's
guess we
trying
could
to
get into
one
that.
up us.
Well, I kind of already said one of them, which is Ed Boon. No season pass for future Injustice Gods Among Us downloadable content. Next character after Martian Manhunter, popular fan request. So, yeah, the next character after Martian Manhunter is a popular fan request.
Zatanna.
Yeah, it'll be either her or Blue Beetle.
It's Zatanna. I can definitely tell you right now, it's Zatanna. I will bet my life on it. I swear. No, wait. I bet Dan's life on it.
I
Okay.
bet Grimace's life on it.
There you
Okay.
go. 2 lives for Zatanna.
He doesn't have that much time left anyways.
I know.
Well, Udon is releasing Darkstalkers artworks next year, and Soul Calibur New Legends of Project Soul also announced. Yeah, so new art books. So if you like Darkstalkers or Soul Calibur, get them when they come out.
I'll probably get the Darkstalkers one.
Yeah, Darkstalkers one looks badass. And then Rayman Legends is also coming to PC at launch. So, oh.
Yeah, the launch of the PC.
What? What?
Never mind. Bad joke. I'm sorry.
Okay, and that's all I have.
What's that? Fun? I'm adding someone to the call.
Who is it?
He's a very cool guy.
I can't hear him.
What's up,
Oh.
guys?
Hey, guy!
Oh, it's that one guy who's like on every
That one
single
guy
episode.
that's on, every single episode of the Press Start Podcast, Season 1.
Yep, season 1.
Are we really calling it season 1?
That season blew so hard.
The uncut season.
We'll make a DVD with a bonus
No.
episode.
I do not want a DVD.
Director's cut. Director commentary.
How much will it cost?
5 Big Macs and a Dreamcast game for Techno.
Yeah, dude, I'll take those Big Macs, too.
Fuck, man, we got nothing.
I'm sold.
Mikey, what's up?
Oh, not much. Just have one question for you guys.
Techno does not like cheese. Done.
Oh, yep. That's
What?
all I was wondering.
Alright, good. Next
If you
question.
don't like cheese, you're dumb.
What?
Yeah,
I
said
hate
it.
cheese. Cheese is the scariest thing on this planet.
Mold cheese, like molten cheese.
No, like cheese, like normal cheese. Scariest thing on this planet, man. If I was ever trapped in a room with cheese, I would probably die of, like, being scared to death. I don't know.
Monterey Jack cheese.
Cannot stand cheese.
Gouda cheese.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I was just wondering, what is your favorite artsy-fartsy kind of game?
Artsy fartsy.
Can you
Journey.
describe artsy fartsy?
That's Journey.
Yeah, Journey's good.
Well, artsy fartsy, huh? I don't know.
El Shaddai.
That's another good one. Surprised Dan's not popping in on this.
I'm waiting. I have a bunch.
He's waiting for my answer.
I'm anticipating. No,
Yeah, he's waiting to like
I have a
just.
couple. A few that stick out to me. There's Sound Shapes on the PS3.
See,
Definitely
that was
get that.
mine.
That's amazing. It's an amazing platformer based around music and all that. It's incredible. It's got a super simplistic, like, abstract art style. The other one's the Unfinished Swan, which is the one where it's like all white and you throw like paint everywhere to like reveal the environment. That's like the first world. The whole game's not like that. It actually changes, but it starts off super artsy-fartsy. There's a whole bunch of indie games I played that stick out to me. One of the biggest ones is one of my favorites called Super Brothers Sword and Sorcery, which is like one of the most avant-garde video games you'll ever play. The art style is incredible. The sound direction is phenomenal. One of the best. The game actually tells you multiple times to play the game with headphones, so you can hear like all the subtle little details. It's amazing.
What system is that on, or is it PC?
It's on Steam. You can get it on Steam. I don't think it ever came to but the creators are making a new game for the next gen that they showed at E3. I forgot what the name it is. It's like Below or something. Yeah, I think it's called Below, and it's a downloadable game from the same people. That's going to be on the PS4, I believe, and the Xbox One, or maybe just the Xbox One.
Is it the same gameplay style, or?
No, it looks completely different, but it's the same people who made that game. It has like a similar art style.
Okay. I know there's that game called Transistor, and that looks pretty good from the people from Bastion, I guess, and that has pretty good art direction.
Bastion was great. Such an amazing game. I played it recently. I beat it a long time ago. It was phenomenal. The art direction's incredible.
What about you, Cliva?
I can't think of any that's cool enough to match your choices, but I'm going to go with Champions Online. It's the superhero MMO, which kind of made you feel that you were in a comic book, and I kind of like that. So it's very comic booky. So I kind of like the art style on that one.
I think I've played that once. I've played that, or it was either DCU. I'm trying to think. They're both pretty similar from what I remember, though.
Yeah, but the art styles are a little bit different.
They are? Okay.
So
I'll have to check that out again.
yeah, I can't think of any artsy-fartsy games, so I'm going to just have to go with that one.
Well, that's the only question I can think of, but...
I think I have another good answer, though. And not because of, like, the style of it. It's because in this game, they actually they took the extra mile to actually come up with their own, like, art movements. And, like, there's a huge emphasis on art and, like, being able to look at art. And it builds, like, your art points and stuff like that. But it's a really underrated Nintendo Wii RPG called Apuna. And in Apuna, there's a huge emphasis on, like, it doesn't play like a typical RPG. It's so different. Like, it was a great game, but it's so unique. But they went the mile of, like, coming up with their own, like, artistic movements. So instead of stuff like, you know, pointillism or stuff like that, they came up with, like, revolvism and, like, completely unique movements and stuff like that. There's actually a town that you go to that's called, like, Ardiella, and it's nothing but art. And, like, you can go to museums in the game and, like, look at different art and stuff like that. They came up with, like, artist names and, like, just unique art pieces, basically, for this game for you to wander around and look at and try and find all the art pieces. It was really cool. That was a cool little element.
What's that on?
Nintendo Wii.
Nintendo Wii, wow.
It's a Puna. No one played it, unfortunately, but it's amazing.
Oh.
Very different, but the music, soundtrack too, it's got a very underrated soundtrack. Really good music, particularly the music in the domes and stuff like that. Fantastic game.
Might have to check that out now.
You should. It's cheap. It's actually really cheap.
See, I think this is your favorite category right here, because you're just the art student of the group. So
I look out for artsy games. I play a lot of indie games. Everyone knows that.
Mm-hmm.
There's an interesting one that I played recently called Cart, and I think it actually came out recently on Steam. It's like a couple bucks, but it's so artsy-fartsy. But you play as like a single mother who's trying to start up a cart stand business by selling food or something at a cart stand, but it's so in depth because, you know, you just like, it takes the extra mile. Like, it's a little too realistic sometimes. Like, you went through a divorce, you had to pick up your kid from school and stuff like that. So it's like really deep and like really emotional, And it's like, yeah, and it's like in a kind of pixelated style. It's so interesting though. Definitely check out Cart. A huge emphasis on text. There's not a whole lot of gameplay, but yeah, it's so interesting.
I just thought of another artsy fartsy game, Chat, or I think it was called Chat, or I remember AGG did an episode over it, or they're talking about it on one of the episodes. I'm gonna look it up, but it's like an online game that you can play. It's like a Flash-based one.
Oh, I remember that. I played the shit out of that. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't even remember the name of the site. If I find it, I'll post it in the chat.
Yeah, RPG swag, man. Puna's a really weird RPG. I guarantee you have not played an RPG quite like it, but that's why I like it so much. It's a breath of fresh air. Like, it breaks all the conventions of typical RPGs, and it felt revitalizing to play a unique RPG. You know, we see a lot of recycled games in RPGs. We tend to see that a lot. And for once, it was so, like, heartwarming and so, like, lighthearted, and it was refreshing. It's a refreshing game, because half of it you spend, like, doing, like, typical stuff, like working jobs and stuff like that, and then half of it you go into dungeons and stuff like that. And it's possible to play the whole game using only the nunchuck for the Wii. So it's not like super complex or anything, because the battle system, you just like fling the analog stick to like throw your little bonbon that they call it and hit enemies. But yeah, if you want to play a very, very different kind of RPG, definitely check out Opuna, because I guarantee you haven't played anything quite like it.
I'll have to check that out. Another one on my watch list. It's like whenever I listen to you guys or AGG, you guys always have different good recommendations. So keep them coming. But that's all I can think of for questions. But I'll think of some more later. But
All right.
welcome
Thanks for
back.
dropping in.
Yeah, no problem.
Good question too. Love that cat. Love that question.
See you guys later.
Later.
Yeah, man.
I like the artwork in how the game looks in Ultimate Spider-Man.
The cel-shaded stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that too.
that's bad. I love that game. I had it on GameCube.
I kind of like the, I don't know if it's artsy-fartsy, but Platypus on the PSP.
It's a cool claymation shmup.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
if it's artsy-fartsy, but I just kind of like...
You like the
You know,
style.
Yeah, I like the style, like they made the whole thing out of clay, so I'm just like, that takes a long time, and you gotta sculpt that clay,
Yeah.
to do your thing, to film it, so yeah, I'm gonna go with Platypus, because I like that game. So, do we have another person that wants to call in? Anybody? Not Techno, because he's already here. But, where is the So, alright, I got somebody. Hold on.
Who is it?
You know what? You're gonna have to wait. I'm
Damn it.
Yeah, I'm getting tired of you being impatient and all that stuff. Jeez. Wait your turn.
Oh, it's Metcar.
Oh, you blew it. It was a surprise, you jerk.
Oh, damn it.
Try to act surprised. What's up, man?
Oh my god, it's that car. Yay. There we go. Yay. Explosions. What's up, man? How's it going?
I'm good. All right. My question is, what do you guys think Nintendo might be up to? Because they said that there's reports that they're working on something that they will not say what it is, and that they will not say anything until it is released. They said it's nothing to do with that E3. They say completely, totally top secret, and they say it's going to be something that the other guys will instantly copy the minute it comes out.
I have no idea.
Hello Kitty's Magical Adventure 73.
Are they finally coming up with the groinal attachment for the Wii U?
There you go.
Everyone's gonna copy that.
Are they gonna come out with that? Damn it! What was it? that they like showed off at like 2 years ago at E3 for the Wii.
The heartbeat sensor.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think Vitelli. I don't think it's going to be anything like that because something they say it's going to be something to do that will like revolutionize the gameplay with the touch screen. That they worry that the other people like Microsoft Sony will copy it immediately.
I have an idea. Well, I doubt they'd do it. I don't know how they do it because they'd have to. Well, I guess they could change the Wii U and come up with a new design of it. But there's a little thing called haptic feedback, and it's you can use it. You actually feel it when you use Android phones. You know those little buttons on your Android phones where you like touch the home button and it gives you like a little vibration every time you touch it. It's kind of like that. Haptic feedback is this thing they've been working on for a long time where it's supposed to be like you can feel the sensations of certain things. So like if you touch a touchscreen and say it's like an ice block or something, it will feel cold. Or like if it's something like warm, it'll feel warm. Or if it's something rugged, it'll feel kind of rough. And that's a little thing they've been working on for a long time. Not just a lot of people have been working on it. It's called like haptic feedback or like tactile feedback. It's like these.
Oh yeah. They've been doing.
Yeah,
they've been doing that with people who have like a missing arm or something like that, so their like bionic arm can feel hot and cold.
Yeah, stuff like that. So I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, that's the next thing for touchscreens.
Yeah, because whatever it is, they think it's going to be like the it thing, and they're keeping it like beyond like classified top secret. I don't want anyone they don't want anyone knowing about it until it's finished.
Yes, that's my theory.
The other thing was, what do you guys think of the upcoming TV show Street Fighter Assassin's Fist? It says it's based on the Street Fighter Legacy fan film.
Oh, I have not heard of this TV show, but I've heard of the film.
Yeah, they said the guys who did the film did a Kickstarter and got funding to make a TV show based around it.
I don't know. TV show about Street Fighter? I don't know. I would have to see it. I can't picture how it would go.
It said it'll be live action. It'll feature actors who actually are the same, I guess, ethnicity as the character. So like Ryu will be Japanese, played by a Japanese guy. Ken will be played by a white dude. Stuff like that, and it seems to be set
with long, beautiful blonde hair.
Yeah, and it seems to be set before everything, like before Alpha, before Street Fighter 1, because they said it will be about Ryu and Ken's early days training under their master, and the early days of like Akuma and stuff like that, and like the whole backstory.
That'd be pretty. To me, that sounds kind of like Mortal Kombat Conquest.
Yeah. With Kung
Lao
and the original Kung Lao.
Yeah. Which I really liked it. I really liked. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Here's what check about the upcoming second season of Mortal Kombat Legacy.
Dude, I'm so ready for that because it's actually about the tournament.
Yeah, like they had the guys, like they said they had a Comic-Con panel with like the guy playing Liu Kang and some of the other actors up there doing a Q&A.
Yeah. Now, is Season 2 going to be just about like Mortal Kombat 1 tournament where there's no Shao Kahn?
I think it's gonna be just the first tournament with Shao Kahn in the background, like they'll talk about him or they'll make references, the Emperor is pleased with your performance type stuff.
Yeah.
And then at the very end, just like in the first Mortal Kombat movie, I'm coming to take your souls.
Yeah.
And apparently, my Shao Kahn is a pro wrestler.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be good because I enjoyed the first season of Legacy.
Yeah, the first season was awesome. I just wish they would have actually made the movie. I remember originally they were supposed to make a Mortal Kombat movie out of the fan film thing that they had made, but then it turned into Mortal Kombat Legacy, the internet TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could picture if they had actually made it, because they said the original idea was that the new Mortal Kombat would have been more real world based. Like it would have had, like they said, it wouldn't have really had anything to do with the original Mortal Kombat. It would have been more like real life, like how they showed Baraka in the fan film version was basically just a crazy plastic surgeon guy who would like put knives in his arms.
Yeah. That would be pretty. I mean, pretty decent.
It kind of would have been weird though.
Yeah.
Like how
but
they
didn't I hear that like in talks with Ed Boon that the guy that made Legacy was going to make the next big Mortal Kombat film, or was the director, or going to be the director?
Yeah, I heard something about that, but I don't know. I think it fell through, and that's what became Mortal Kombat Legacy.
Oh.
They couldn't get funding from I think that's what they couldn't get funding from Warner Brothers to do the movie.
Oh.
But I guess Warner did allow them to make the TV show.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Machinima one. Yeah, that's a thing I also kind of like, is how it is online, because they could not do that shit on regular TV. It would have been on HBO or Cinemax or something like that.
Yeah. Which I don't have.
Yeah, so it's to me a good thing that they put it on Machinima.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I got. Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks for calling in, man.
Oh,
Appreciate
wait.
it.
There, one more thing. The thing I showed Techno last night.
The black Zero statue or figure?
Yeah, I'll post it in. God, fucking air post it here directly into the chat, not chat, but into the Skype.
And isn't it like just gonna be like 30 something?
Yeah, it's $37.99. Looks awesome.
That looks pretty badass.
Yeah.
I might get that.
I mean, for that price, that's like, can't pass that up.
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right, well, thanks for calling in, man.
You're welcome. Yeah, later.
Later.
Man.
Later.
Let's see, is there anybody else that would like to call in? Quick, Techno, call me.
Oh, shit. I can't find you.
You're a jerk.
You removed you from his list.
Dude, he did that before.
No, I did not.
Yeah, you were. You were like, Cloud, I don't fucking like you anymore. And you just like, you booted me off the call, and you were just like, oh shit, I can't believe I actually did that.
No, you did that to me during the episode where Phantom Jest was on, and you're like, oh, I banned him or whatever.
Yeah, but see, I'm trying to tell it so I'm not the idiot or the bad guy. So you did it. So there.
You're an asshole.
Yeah, but it was really, really funny. So, well, you guys want to get into games you've been playing? What have you been playing?
Go Techno.
Yeah, go Techno.
I've been playing Marvel versus Capcom. The number uno, because that is my favorite. What else? Trying to think. Skullgirls.
Really?
Game. Yes, I fucking love this game because the guy who made it was a big Marvel vs. Capcom 2 player. And it's pretty much Marvel vs. Capcom 2, but just with a bunch of chicks. And girls are awesome. Yeah. But yeah, that game is great. They're still adding characters to it. It's going to come out on the PC, I think on Steam at like August 1st, maybe? Or the beta will be out August 1st. And you can download all that and be all happy and stuff. And I also hooked up the old Saturn, played some X-Men versus Street Fighter.
I saw that.
Love that game. Love it. I played some Fighting Vipers as well, and some Fighters Mega Mix. I almost forgot the name. And Panzer Dragoon. Oh my god, this game. I don't know why people don't, like, no one talks about it. Well, they do talk about it, but not a lot of people. It's sad because it's one of the best, like, on-rail shooters I've ever played. And I really wish the Saturn didn't die like it did, but Sega was being stupid back then, and whatever. Trying to think of, I tried playing Grandia, the first one, on Sega Saturn, but since it's Japanese, I can't read the damn shit.
What? Since when?
What?
Dude, you were like
I thought you were
fluent in
fluent, yeah.
Yeah, you were like fluent in like 5 months ago, dude.
What a rip-off.
What? With what game?
No game, you were just speaking Japanese for no apparent reason.
Well, I kind of lost it.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. I don't know. What else? Skies of Arcadia. Yeah. And Shenmue. Dude, Shenmue is amazing game. Oh my god. Yeah. I love it. Some Capcom versus SNK. Yes. Crazy Taxi. Can't have a day without Crazy Taxi. Super Street Fighter 4. What else? Played some Lunar on the Sega CD. Yes, I own it. With the strategy guide.
Oh, so you're cheating.
What? What is this? No.
You're using a guide, dude.
Come on, man. You know me.
No,
you know how I am with RPGs.
Yeah, you need a guide or you don't finish them.
Yeah. Oh, that makes me sad. I don't have a guide for Skies of Arcadia. Or Grandia 2. Or Grandia 1.
And you beat those?
No, I'm still working on.
So basically, what you're telling me is you need a guide to beat You need a guide to beat an RPG.
I'm stupid, okay?
I didn't say you were stupid.
Yeah, I know. I was the one saying it.
Okay, good. As long as we agree who said it.
But I mean, Skies of Arcadia, you don't really need a guide for it. Some parts you do, but most time no.
Did they make a guide for Tales of Vesperia?
I have no idea.
Alright, because we're going to have to get you that book.
Damn it. How is that gonna help me on a boss?
Tells you how to beat him. Dan could probably write you a strategy guide.
I can give you those pro tips. Pro strats.
Pro tips. Pro strat.
Pro strats. Spam the A button.
Oh.
That's what I did.
Run around in circles and spam like no tomorrow.
That's exactly what I did.
Over limit and spam, man.
Oh, see, I didn't know. I see, like, I thought they'd, like, get onto you. You're using up too much of her shit.
So wait a minute, so you just stood there and spammed the A button?
No.
Okay.
I ran around and, like, attacked them with my whatever, sword or whatever I had at the time. And then I'd get out of there and then hit them again, run out, so I wouldn't get caught in the fire.
Spam those gels, man.
Okay. Also, during the Steam sale, I bought Civ 5. Yes. Civilization 5. And me and Aaron played that, and yeah, France, or Paris, is assholes. They're all assholes. Because, like, I was their friends. And then they're like, hey, we're going to war. I was like, what did I do? Okay? What the hell did I do to you? I helped you. I gave you cold. I gave you gold. You assholes. And, yeah, I played, Castle Crashers. Dude, I love the Castle Crashers. I met the guys that made it. I love it so much. What else? Sonic 2. I've been playing Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Yeah. Because I just love that game so much. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Sorry to bore you all.
It's okay. Dan, what have you been playing?
Okay, so start off with the 3DS, an obvious one. Shin Megami Tensei 4. I'm about 12 hours into that. I got to the part where the game kind of opens up. I beat Medusa, and it took me forever to beat Medusa. The bosses in Shin Megami Tensei games are just brutal. That's why you really need a strategy guide. Thankfully, this first print edition came with the strategy guide, so really helpful for looking up, a boss's weakness and all that, because there's weak to certain affinity, elements and stuff like that. But I'm enjoying it. Maybe not as much as like Soul Hackers. For a while there, I was kind of like really indifferent on it, because there's some stuff that they change where I'm like, I'm not used to this, and the demon fusing doesn't feel as fun to me as it was in like other games, but it still works. And here's the big one that I have a very different opinion on than most people, and that is Time and Eternity on the PS3. I beat it.
Yeah,
I beat
no!
the game. Okay, so obviously if I beat the game, does that mean it's a bad game? No. And if you don't know what this game is, it's a fully animated frame-by-frame. They tried to do a fully animated RPG, frame-by-frame animation. And this game got bashed so hard. It's got like a Metacritic of like 40. There are like almost no positive reviews out for this game. It is not that bad of an RPG. I played a lot worse. I've done a lot worse on the PS3, a little game called Last Rebellion, cough cough. But man, I like this game. It was fun.
Dude, I totally agree with you. I don't know why this game is getting bashed, dude. I've
So,
been playing...
Like here's the deal. Like I'm an animator, right? So like one of the biggest gripes I have is these, I hate to say it, but these idiots going on and be like, oh man, the animation looks so terrible. And I'm like,
No.
like holding my teeth back, like you don't understand how much work it is to do frame by frame animation. Like people don't understand that. There's a reason why everything's in 3D now. Computers came along, they made an animator's job much more easier. There's a reason frame by frame is like reserved for like anime and stuff like that. No one wants to do that because it's so tedious and time consuming. To give you an idea, one of my projects in school was a stop motion animation where you take pictures and it makes a movement over time. I had to do 30-second stop motion animation, And if you don't know how much work that is taking 900 photos for 30 seconds of animation. So like even me, like I appreciate it as an animator that the fact that they took it back to frame by frame animation. It looks choppy at some points, but it's like I still appreciate it. It's tolerable. It's not that bad. And it's like the gameplay is fun. The battle system is like, kind of turn-based, but it's like more emphasis on like learning your enemy's patterns and like enemy strategy, learning when to guard, when to dodge, when to use your time magic.
Can I jump
stuff like
in?
that. Go ahead.
The combat in this game, it reminds me of a fighting game. It really does, because you have to act and react toward your opponent, and it really does remind me of a fighting game, because you see an opening, you attack, your enemy's like gonna shoot like an ice ball. It's like, okay, you gotta either defend or you gotta dodge it. Reminds me so much of a fighting game. I love the combat in this game. So,
Yeah,
I don't know, like, but you beat it though?
Yeah, I beat it today, actually. The game also has, like, a huge emphasis on taking, like, quests and all that, side quests. Is the story great? Maybe not. Like, it's a decent story. It's, like, the simple story goes that, like, your wedding, you're trying to get married and your wedding keeps getting attacked, so you have to keep going through time to figure out why your wedding's getting attacked and how to solve that issue to actually get married. So it starts off, I mean, throughout it's kind of weird. There's a lot of like weird humor in it too. Like they mentioned the Better Business Bureau in the game, and I'm like, what the hell? Like that's kind of weird. And like there's these weird creatures later on that like you need to get items from them, and they essentially, the way they describe it, they're essentially like pooping out the items. So it's like there's a lot of lowbrow humor and stuff like that, but I think that's the thing with this game. It's like it's kind of a homage game in a way. It plays to a lot of cliches that can be found in like old anime and stuff like that. So you kind of got to take anime into account too, because it is. I mean, NIS I believe listed the game as an animation RPG, and that was one of the exciting things too. Is it felt like I was playing a new genre of RPGs. Like it's almost like the birth of a new genre. Yeah, it's a game that could have benefited from more time, more polish, and all that whatnot. But what game doesn't? But yeah, you know how like there's strategy RPGs, all these like weird variations on RPGs, and it's like it feels like maybe this is the birth of a new genre called animation RPGs, and I'd like to see other companies step in and try and do a similar thing of like frame by frame animated RPGs. It's pretty cool. The story, I predicted the ending. I like called the ending a long time ago, and it totally came true. But
All right, well, don't say anything. I haven't. Okay.
you know, why would I spoil RPG? I love RPGs. But I'm just saying, like, I totally called it. But yeah, I liked it. At the end of the day, it took me like 20 hours to beat it, and I liked it.
Oh, it's a 20-hour one?
Yeah, it's not there's a new game plus, which adds like new stuff that you can't do the first time through. But yeah, it's not that bad, people. Trust me, don't take all the reviews as serious. A lot of people bashing too are those people who like to jump on the bandwagon when like games are getting bashed and just like beat them lower into the ground. And some of them are like the people who don't typically play these kind of games anyways. So it's like, but yeah, for people, it just really gets me when people are like critiquing it really hard on animation when like from a fellow animator standpoint, they don't understand the kind of amount of effort it takes to do something like that. Yeah. But I've been playing a lot of 3DS downloadable stuff. I use my eShop credit to download some guild games. If you know what those are the games by level 5. But this game in particular is probably one of my candidates for Game of the Year. Oh my god. Clive, I'm going to let you go just because there's some annoying stuff going on right now. Jump in, I'll finish.
Well, I guess I'll go off your time of eternity talk. But I agree with everything you said. The only question, I'm about 8 hours into the game already, and if I had to say where I am, I just entered like this very creepy woods. Does that tell you where I am?
Not really, because the game, this is maybe another critique with the game, it recycles a lot of environments and stuff like that, so there's like multiple creepy woods. So,
Okay. Well, I'm about 8 hours in, so
Yeah.
But yeah, I totally agree with everything you said. One thing I really like about this game is it's really not even that important. It's just walking. Like you're walking and you have like it's kind of like this over-the-shoulder third-person point of view. But then if you just stop walking, the character will turn around and just like look around and just the animation in that game is just you could just tell it's done really really
People
well.
critiqued on that, saying like that camera angle was annoying and stuff like that.
No, wait, that
and they
was
hate
awesome.
the walk animation. And like, yeah, it's kind of floaty because it's on a 3D environment, but it's like, what do you expect?
I thought it was really good.
Yeah, I love it.
But yeah, I really like the game. I love the humor, especially well, I don't want to give any away, but especially from the character you play, like the character you're supposed to be. I like his humor. If I had to say anything that's kind of bad, I don't know if you noticed it, but if some of the cutscenes, the lip syncing is kind of off.
Yeah, that's because it's Japanese, so they don't really go through the effort to redo it, because that would be a pain in the ass.
But if that's the only thing that I find negative in the game, I can deal with it. The game I just love overall. Again, like you said, the story, it's kind of your typical RPG story, but I just like it. I like it for the characters. I like it for the animation. I like it for some of the humor. Some of it doesn't really make any sense to me. But yeah, I really do enjoy that game. But another one I've been playing is I had the Ratchet and Clank collection. So I popped in the first one, and dude, whatever I said about Jack and Daxter, I'm gonna say about this game. This game is a fucking hard platformer, dude. Especially in the later levels, and like, it's a good game. I beat it. It's just like, it's one of those platformers that just makes me want to like snap my controller. It's so hard, but I don't know. It's good. I'm gonna play the other two games in the collection probably after Time of Eternity though, and but the game that's been taking up most of my time, and you've probably seen me post pictures on Facebook every so often, is Animal Crossing New Leaf for the 3DS, dude. I've never played an Animal Crossing game ever, like not one at all in the entire series. And I was very reluctant to pick this one up. Everyone's just like posting pictures online, saying how cool it is, and like I was even talking to Holly Dog on my lens, and she's like, "You gotta get it, you gotta get it." And I'm like, "Well, I didn't like what's the other one? Harvest Moon. I didn't like that one at all. So I'm like, it's gonna be like Harvest Moon. I'm gonna buy this game. I'm not gonna like it." And but I picked up Animal Crossing, and dude, there's so much customization in this game between your house and your town. You could collect all these different things. You could play the game in so many different ways, and as soon as I build something else, and it goes further and further, and I collect all these different furnitures. You could design T-shirts. You can design songs in the game. There's so much to do in Animal Crossing, and the community in this game. The community is like, if I had to compare it to anything, it was kind of like the community we had during Mario Kart 7. Where like we all just get online, we start racing around. But in this one, we all get online, we visit other people's towns, and we can go to each other's stores, buy things, we can trade items. So it's the community aspect in this game is just crazy, and I could definitely see it's not going to be a game for everybody, because even myself, when I was picking up the game, and I was very reluctant, like I'm not going to like this game at all, but then I eventually did. So I could see, it's going to be 50-50, people liking it and disliking it. So, but I really like Animal Crossing New Leaf. I don't know if I can recommend it to people because, they may not like it. It's just one of those games that's split down the middle. So, but those are the three games I've been playing. Mostly Animal Crossing and Time of Eternity, though. So
yeah, P asked me a question. To answer P's question, it took me 20 hours to beat Time of Eternity. And yes, I did do like almost all the side quests because it's one of those games where you might as well pick up the side quests because you can do the quests as you do the main quests. So it's like killing two birds with one stone. So it's like if I knew I was going to go to a new area, I'd take all the quests, and I would most likely be able to complete those quests too while trying to do the main quest. I will give you a tip though for the last boss, because I guarantee you will not beat the last boss if you don't use chemistry magic, and that's the key to the last boss. Use chemistry magic, and chemistry is a system in it where you use like certain elements back to back. So like one chemistry example is like using thunder and then using ice. and then like ice and earth. So just a pro tip, because the boss has like 350,000 HP, and if you don't act quick and like use your time magic and stuff like that, it full heals by like 100,000 HP, almost making it impossible to do anything. So just a pro tip, because that frustrated me and I had to look it up because I was like, there's something I'm doing wrong here. So chemistry magic, just keep that in mind for the final boss. But yeah, I guess I'll go back to some games. They were just downloadable games, like I said, on 3DS. But this one is actually kind of one of my candidates for Game of the Year. It really caught me off guard. I picked it up because I had my $30 eShop credit. I was like, it had my interest, so I was like, I might as well check it out. And I'm surprised. This game honestly tells a better story in 2 hours than most games do in like 10 hours. And it's totally caught me off guard. It's called Attack of the Friday Monsters, A Tokyo Tale. It's part of the Guild Series Level 5 games that they do. And it's mainly a visual novel kind of game. Like, there's a lot of dialogue, and it's mainly like telling a story, but there's this little gameplay mechanic where you can have like monster cards and stuff like that, and you battle with the monster cards. But the premise is that you're in this like quaint little village in Tokyo, and essentially the kids believe that every Friday these giant monsters come to life and fight each other, so like big mechs and Godzilla and stuff like that. But there's obvious that, like, because there's a TV station there, that's it's kind of a TV show. That's not a spoiler. It's like really obvious, but it's really intriguing. There's a lot of twists and turns, but it's a super heartwarming game. Like, it just takes me back to a simpler time when, when you were a kid, and it felt good to have like all that endless amounts of imagination and like having strong beliefs in certain things and all that. And it's super heartwarming. The presentation though is incredible. It looks like they really took a lot of inspiration from like Studio Ghibli, because this game honestly looks more Studio Ghibli than like Ni no Kuni, because it is just beautiful to look at. It's incredible. So I recommend it. It's only $8. Like I said, it's only like 2 hours, but it's worth it. Like, it tells a better story in 2 hours than most games can in like 10 hours. If you want like a little heartwarming tale, that takes you back to your childhood, definitely check it out. It's actually really good. And the other game I was playing is also part of the Guild series, and that's Liberation Maiden. And it's kind of like just like a little, you pilot a mech and you destroy stuff kind of thing. It's not really too much more complex than that. The control scheme reminds me of like Kid Icarus, where you move around with the joystick and you use the touchscreen to like move your reticle. So it's kind of awkward to play, but like I have the stand that came with Kid Icarus, so that helps. And I beat Mighty Switch Force, which is a downloadable game where it's like a puzzle platformer, and you can like switch blocks. It has this block switching mechanic from what you can stand on and what you can't. That was a fun game. Super awesome soundtrack. A really, really, really hard final level. My God, it took me forever to beat that final level, but it's a fun game too. You can get that really cheap too for the 3DS and I think Wii U. But that's about it. Oh, and I played a little shmup on the Dreamcast called Ducks. It's like a homebrew shmup. D-U-X.
Oh yeah.
And it has like this
I'm
hyper
still
clean
waiting
style.
on mine.
Yeah, it's a shmup that has like this hyper clean style and all that, and it's pretty challenging, but music's pretty awesome. It's fun. Kind of reminds me of R-Type because you have like the little like thing in front of your ship that you can shoot out, and that it
Yeah.
like takes all the bullets for you, but pretty fun. And that's it.
Cool. Well, I'm going to add somebody to the call that wants to join. We've had him on the podcast before in the earlier episodes.
Oh, yes, I guessed it right. Yeah. Where is he?
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
How you going, guys? Welcome back to the world of podcasting. Glad you're back.
And thanks, man.
Oh,
It was good to be
yeah.
back. We missed it. We were like, man.
Oh, man. I got to come clean. I just told Cliver something. The last time I was on the stream, I forgot to turn on the stream audio, so I could hear the stream audio and you guys, and there was voices everywhere, which kind of threw me off.
Yeah,
But I've
that
taken care of that. I've taken care of that this time. So, guys, I've just got a really cool question I want to ask you guys. If you could pick one fighting game that you like to play competitively at Evo, what would it be?
Ultra Street Fighter 4. Seriously, it's the best fighting game I've ever played.
Oh man. Yeah, probably that or Virtual Fighter 5.
Oh man, I'd be there with you. I love Virtual Fighter 5. Now, in all honesty, actually, I'll let Dan go first before I say.
Well, for me, I don't play a whole lot of fighting games, but my fighting games is definitely Darkstalkers. So I'd probably play some Darkstalkers Resurrection. I am like not too bad with Felicia on that game. I play pretty good with Felicia, and I think his name is Bishman, the samurai dude. He's pretty cool. But yeah, I love Darkstalkers.
Surprisingly, I have not played a Darkstalkers game until this year. It's one of those series that's just passed me by in these years, and I got the Chaos Tower on the PSP, and I was like, wow, I've been missing out. This is really good.
That is awesome. You get all 3 games in that.
Yeah, it's a really good deal. But mine, of course, Techno would probably already know this. DOA 5. My favorite.
Yeah.
One of my favorite underrated fighting games of this generation. And no, I don't like it just because of the boobies and the bods. It's actually a decent fighting game. I love the mechanics of it. And it's actually the first game I've played online in 8 years. It's that good.
Dude, I don't know why that game got, it was, dead on arrival. That game is so good. My character in that game is Lisa. I love Lisa.
Yeah, Lisa's a pretty decent fighter. One of my new favorites is Mila, but I'm kind of admitting that she's a cheap fighter. She gets easy wins.
Yeah, but, I don't know why that game got bashed so badly.
The reason that I was waiting for it is this is a really cool story. Is one of my friends that I've known for a long time. He I think it was about 10 years ago. He got his PS2, and the first game he got with it was DOA 2 Hardcore. Yeah. Dude, I played the fucking shit out of that game. Not for I think for 3 years, I'd go to my friend's place and play it. And that was my most played fighting game. So, of course, when the later games came out, I'd always get them as soon as possible. Dead or Alive 5, definitely my favorite since Hardcore, but man, I love that. But I gotta tell you guys, lately I played, was it Super Gem Fighters? Oh my god, that is such a fun game.
I've been wanting to get Gem Fighters on my Saturn.
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's got a lot of things going for it, that nice little chibi style. There's a lot of Capcom fan service. But the one thing about that game that's fucking amazing is the gem system where you collect gems and it actually levels up your abilities. So, I was playing as Sakura as this tiny little Hadouken at the start. And as you level it up, it gets bigger and just does a shit ton of damage. And, man, it's so much fun. You got to play it.
I think they're coming out with another DOA 5, aren't they?
Ultimate.
Yeah, Ultimate.
It's funny that, the two main companies that likes to update their games is Capcom and Koei Tecmo. I mean, I was not surprised. Well, I should say I was a little bit surprised that they updated to Ultimate very soon, but it's a really cool update, and I'm definitely looking forward to it.
What's the update?
There's a couple more characters. I don't understand why they're putting Ain in there, since Hayate's already in there. Leon's back, and they're getting Jackie from Virtual Fighter 5 in there.
Okay.
And, of course, a shit ton of costumes, because it's DOA.
Yeah, you gotta have those bikini costumes.
and charge obscene amounts for them.
Yeah.
But actually, one thing I've been wanting to ask Dan, it's really cool hearing about your college, man, but you seem really hesitant with the performing arts side of things.
Yeah.
That was my favorite class in high school, dude. I love performing arts, like getting up on stage, and it's not for everyone, but I hope you get into it and, I know, enjoy a little bit out of it, Yeah, it's not for everyone, but yeah, I hope it goes well, because I don't know, I'm just a camera whore.
Yeah.
It's just who I am.
I mean, that's the thing. If anything, I think YouTube might have actually helped me because, naturally, I'm a really shy person. Throughout high school, I was super shy. And then, going on YouTube scared the hell out of me, too. I was like, oh, my God, I got to put myself on the camera. Then you get used to it. And I think it might be the same thing with performances. Once I do my first performance or something, you'll probably be like, oh, it's not that bad. You can get into this.
Yeah, it is a shock. I mean, I used to be a cosplayer, and I've been on stage where there's like 2,000
Oh, yeah.
people, and shit, when it hits you, but you kind of quickly get over it and just like, hey, I'm just gonna have fun with it. But I was the same. I was the same on YouTube. I think I gave up that side of thing for a very long time. When I got into YouTube, I had to get back into it, but it was being a one-man show, being in front of the camera, editing it and all that. And I love where I am right now because I'm getting back to doing weekly videos. I know I'm just back in the swing of things. I mean, after this stream is done, I'm most likely going to go and record something, so.
Yeah, that's awesome. I definitely try to do that too. Yeah.
I mean, I've been going Falcom crazy lately.
Yeah, I can tell. I've seen your videos recently.
Man, cool. Oh, and by the way, you was talking about all the Udon art books. Yeah, you missed out the fact they're going to be releasing some Falcom art books later in the year. I thought it was crazy they were getting the Trails art books, but then they just came out and says, oh, we're going to release the East Tribute art book. I was like, sweet! So that's definitely one to look forward to. But, yeah.
They're redoing that Mega Man one, too.
Yeah, Udon just loves a lot of Well, of course, they've had that relationship with Capcom for a long time, so anything Street Fighter, Mega Man, Darkstalkers, they probably get first dibs on.
Yeah. Yeah, what's the new Mega Man one? Isn't it like the 25th complete works or something? I forget the exact name, but...
You're more knowledgeable of Mega Man than I am. So.
I think it's like the 25th anniversary, and they put complete works on the top. It's going to be Mega Man, the classic, from 1 all the way up to 10. They're going to include the new games, and I think they have Mega Man X in there as well. I could be wrong. I haven't looked it up in like forever.
They like to bring out all the books that's a tribute to the entire series. Like the East one coming out comprises 25 years worth of artwork, which is going to be crazy. Can't wait till that comes out. Actually, just quickly to add to what you were talking about, Time and Eternity, I've actually played a couple of hours of it, and I agree. I don't think it deserves the hate that it's got.
Oh no, absolutely not.
No,
it's too much.
It's a great game.
But it's also a testament to how YouTubers look at it and how the so-called professionals...
It's so funny you think about that, because like the whole time I was thinking like the people who gave these games negative reviews were like all these... And that's the thing, is like the game reminded me sometimes too how we can be a little overcritical about games, like over-analytical, look too much into them. I'm like, at the end of the day, is it a good game for its genre and the market is for, and is it a fun game to play? And I'm like, YouTubers, we tend to look at games with like a different eye. We're more open to stuff, and we just kind of like to have a good time with games. We don't look too far into it, and it's like, yeah, I think it's one of those games too that as people pick it up on the low end, they'll start to realize that, hey, this actually isn't that bad of a game,
And Image Epoch is one of those up-and-coming companies that I have
I think so.
Big interest in, because they're the ones taking the most risk. Like before Time and Eternity, I played Black Rock Shooter, and that was a great game. It was different.
Try that out.
A lot of people complained about the battle system, but I liked it because when you look at it, it looks like a Kingdom Hearts game where you have a lot of freedom, but you don't. It's very simple mechanics. You dodge or shoot or special skill, and I loved it. The visual style is just amazing. The guys at Image Epoch just had the PSP down pat for all the games they made. And I'd love to see Fate Extra CCC come out. That'd be awesome.
I'm going to jump in right here. ChronoLink found the title of that art book for Mega Man. It's MM25, Mega Man and Mega Man X Official Complete Works. That's the full title. So,
cool.
I think they're selling it at Comic-Con right now.
Oh, nice.
I think so. And then I assume later on it's either going to be from the Capcom website or from like Amazon or something. I definitely want to get it though.
Oh! I just remembered, Cliver. I want to know your reactions to the whole Superman and Batman in the new film.
Very cool concept. I heard they're gonna bring the Henry, the actor who played Superman in Man of Steel. He's gonna be in the new movie. Batman, I heard, is going to be a brand new guy. Um, but yeah, the whole concept is really, really cool. I'm not going to get excited about it because every time I get excited about it,
Yeah.
I hype myself up too much. I love superheroes so much that when I actually see the final project, I kind of get disappointed. Um, like I was really excited about Man of Steel, but when I saw Man of Steel, I honestly didn't like it. I think that movie fell apart for me once he put on the costume. That
I
that's
actually
that's just me though. I could be totally wrong. So
I actually haven't watched it yet, but I'm still blown away that they're doing the matchup so soon. But it's really cool when you have announcements like that and everyone's already putting a cast together. And I actually am a big fan of Lex Luthor because I've watched him in so many different variations. And someone suggested Mark Strong, who played Sinestro in Green Lantern, that he should play Lex Luthor. And I was like, hey, that's not a bad idea.
they could do it in so many ways. Probably the best way to do it is if they mimic there was an animated 3-part cartoon on the Superman animated TV show called The World's Finest, where it was basically a 3-episode event of Batman and Superman, and the villains were the Joker and Lex Luthor. If they mimicked that cartoon, I could see it working very, very well. But obviously, they're not going to do the same exact story. But basically, what they're doing with this movie, and this is just my opinion, is they're setting it up for a Justice League movie. Because if you basically have the new Superman, he's out right now, the Man of Steel. You got to establish a new Batman. That will be accomplished in this movie coming up. And then the third part of that grand trilogy is Wonder Woman. If you can get Wonder Woman, a very good Wonder Woman, you basically have the foundation of a good Justice League. Because then you can, because once you have those 3 origins started, then you could throw in Green Lantern, Flash, Martian Manhunter. You could introduce those characters either in Origins or just kind of like throw them in as like a side story, and they'll work very well. But once you have Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman in there and established, you basically have your Justice League movie.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that Warner Brothers has initiative because I've been in film school and I've been around the film industry, and one thing they like to do is they like to go where the money is. They see how much the Avengers made and it's like, shit, we want to make that much money. So they're prepping themselves for the Justice League movie, even though Marvel's already beat them to the punch, but I'm interested.
Even if you use the Avengers as an example, again, we'll use the 3 main characters. The 3 main characters in that movie were Captain America, Thor, and Iron Man. Iron Man being basically the Superman of the group. So once you have like 3 established characters, the rest of them just kind of fill in. That's what they did with Avengers. Hulk, he was kind of thrown in. Hawkeye and Black Widow, again, they were just kind of thrown in, and they all work together. So that's exactly what I said. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, then you throw in Green Lantern, Flash, Martian Manhunter, and you got your Justice League movie, but you got to establish those 3 characters first.
And of course, you got to have a great villain.
Yeah, you have a great villain, but DC's has so many great villains for not just for one character, but for the whole Justice League. You could have Lex Luthor, you could have Darkseid, you could have
fucking Deathstroke. I'm waiting for him to be in a movie.
Deathstroke would be pretty damn cool too. You could have and even if you want to go grand, which I don't really encourage, is you can have the Injustice Gang, which is basically villains from all the different characters, all the different DC stories. So it could work if they do it right.
Cool. Hey, Techno, I've got something I wanted to say to you, and you're going to think this is hilarious. You remember my last video where I talked about, was it the Game FAQ's character battle, how Adol's going to be one of the contestants?
Oh, yeah.
Guess who he's up against?
Who?
Vice.
Oh, my God, no!
So it's like, well, Techno's not voting for Adol. I immediately thought of that dude. I think it's pretty cool. The other contestant is, I'm going to fuck up his name, Atira Maratsu from Okami. I have a feeling everyone's
yeah.
going to vote for him because Okami has this, appreciative fan base.
Yeah.
But I thought that was funny. It's like, oh, I immediately thought of Techno and a couple of other guys who love Skies of Acadia. Even though I'm going to be spamming the shit out of those polls. That was just something hilarious. But alrighty, I've taken up too much of your time. Thank you very much, guys, and can't wait to hear the new episodes.
Thanks for joining us, man.
Thanks, man.
Alrighty.
Good
Take care.
talking to you. Later.
So do we have anyone else that wants to join the call? Anybody? Talk more Justice League if you want.
So, guys, I'm pretty excited for, I believe it's August 6th. You know what that is?
August 6th.
Oh, now you're doing it.
I'll probably wind up beating the game before Techno beats Tales of Vesperia, which is a sad thing.
Oh my
That is
God.
a very sad thing. But, ladies and gentlemen, August 6th, Tales of Vesperia. Yes, I got the collector's edition pre-ordered. $110 well spent, in my opinion. I'm not even a statue guy. I'm not even a statue guy, but that Milla statue looks incredible. Like, at first, I thought the figure was going to be, like one of those cheap little action figures or something. And then I saw, like, the actual figure. I'm like, my God, it's like an actual statue, statue quality. And mainly the art book, too. It's like a full-on art book. Because at first, I thought the books were similar between the collector's edition, the, I guess, first print edition. But once I found out they were different, I was like, man, I'm excited about that, but I can't wait. And I'm probably going to wind up beating Tales of Vesperia before Techno beats Tales of Vesperia. It's just sad. Can you imagine that? Like, man, wow.
Oh my God, that would be hilarious. But oh my God. So yeah, it comes with the statue, dude.
Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, I'm not a statue guy, mainly because, like, I would love to collect statues and stuff like that. I don't have room. I have a small room, and I barely have enough room for, like, all my hundreds and hundreds of games, so, like, I feel bad because I have, like, all these beautiful box sets, and I'm like, damn, I wish I could display them, but I just forced to, like, fit them wherever I can, kind of thing.
Dude, I know exactly what you're talking about. I just picked up the 25th anniversary Mega Man statue. Oh my God, I fucking love this thing, but, like, I have the statue out right now, but I have no idea where to put the box. Like, the box is literally just sitting in the middle of my room right now. I have no idea where to put it. But the statue's out on display, though.
I'm so excited. Can't wait. Looks really good. Can't wait to lose myself in another Tales of game. Such a sucker for the battle system. It looks good. And I believe it was announced, or at least confirmed, that, yes, Tales of Vesperia 2 will come out sometime. Because, I mean, they couldn't... Like, the Tales of Vesperia 2 has been out in Japan for quite a while, which is kind of ironic that we're getting the first one just now, but, once they did the first one, people were going to want the second one, too. And also, man, a lot of Tales of love. I don't know what happened, but, like, Namco Bandai, they're just like, it's time. And for the PS3 sometime, confirmed is Tales of Symphonia Chronicles. Can't wait for that. That's both games. That's the original GameCube one, Tales of Symphonia, and the Nintendo Wii one, which is Tales of Symphonia Dawn of the New World, but redone, obviously, in HD with some extra content. That's going to be awesome, too. I've been wanting to try out Tales of Symphonia again. But yeah, lots of Tales of love. I'm happy. Keep spoiling me. Oh, and I also have a sad story relating to Tales of. So, a long time ago, Pete mentioned something. He had, like, a post on Facebook, right? And it was like, oh my God, I didn't know, like, the message system has, like, other. Like, if you look at it, there's, like, your main messages, and, like, you'll see an option for other, like, where you get, like, all these other messages from, like, other people. So, a long time ago, I entered a contest from Silicon Era, which is a great site to go if you like your niche gaming news and stuff like that. But they ran a Tales of Graces contest, so this is quite a while ago, but they ran a Graces contest where you could win. Grand prizes were a signed iPhone case with Asbel Want by Hideo Baba, the producer of Tales of himself, or a Tales of Graces F copy of the game signed by Hideo Baba. You know me, I'm all about that. Like, that's one of my main goals, was getting something signed by Hideo Baba. That would have been amazing to have in my collection. So I'm like, I made my entry, really cool entry. A lot of people liked it. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, I heard nothing for a long time. This was like a year ago, too. I heard nothing for a long time. I'm like, okay, I assumed I lost, right? And then I saw Pete's post, and I'm like, oh yeah, other messages. I never knew about that. Sure enough, I go to check it. What's one of the first messages? Congratulations, you won the contest for Tales of Grace's F signed giveaway. And I'm like, oh my god, no. It was like from a year ago, and I'm like, no, I lost. I actually won, but because of some poor Facebook layout, I never knew I actually won the signed giveaway, so I lost out.
See, you lost out. Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah, that sucks. It's because of Facebook. And you know me, like, I would have really cherished that thing. But nah, unfortunate.
Oh, what was that guy's name again?
Oh, it was Hideo Baba.
And who's he?
He's a main producer for Tales of. So like, imagine him, like, he's the equivalent to, like, Keiji Inafune for, like, Mega Man.
Right. So yeah, okay. I understand the relation now.
God damn it, no, you gotta be kidding. I'm like, why? Who would have thought that? And like, it was from an actual person on Facebook, so that's what really gets me is because I can understand like if pages are sending you spam messages, go to like the other tab. But if it's an actual person on Facebook, you would think it would have went to my main messages, not this stupid other tab that I can barely see because it's in tiny gray font. Thanks a lot, Facebook. You cost me big time. Oh my god. But I do like the fat cat emotes. That's it. If you go to your messages now, like there's an option where you have like the smiley face icon, and you know they had all the good emoticons, but now there's a little thing called Mushin or something, and it has like a bunch of fat cat emotes, and it's hilarious. I've been going through those, the guys know. Pushin,
I know, yeah, you've
dude,
been sending me.
I've been sending guys fat cats.
I don't understand them. Oh yeah, here's the other tab.
I like it because it's new. They're so cute, adorable. It's hilarious. Yeah, I never knew about the other tab, and like until Pete mentioned it in some sort of post, I was like, oh my god, let me check. And sure enough, I came across the messages, and like my heart was broken instantly. I'm like, no.
I got one message in here from 7 months ago.
Yes, it's so long ago. But on the contrary, I do have a positive story, and that is recently I won a Twitter giveaway from Atlas. I love Atlas, and I'm like, oh my god, Atlas. It's like they had a giveaway for Shin Megami Tensei 4. One of them was a Twitter giveaway for an actual copy of the game, which I didn't really care about because I was going to buy the game anyways. I wanted to support the company, buy the game. Take my money, Atlas. But the other one that I really wanted was a Shin Megami Tensei 4 art print that were only given away in limited quantities at this year's E3. It was like on a first come, first served basis. So I was like, that would be such a great item to have, man. It's really rare, obviously. They didn't make that many. And I'm like, I think they had a thing where it's like, you know, Twitter giveaways are like, retweet and respond to us. And I think they're like, tell us what you're going to name the main character in the game. And, you know, me being the retro Atlas fan, I told him I was going to name him Akeme. And no one would get that reference unless you've been following Shin Megami Tensei from the very beginning. But Akeme is a reference to the Digital Devil Story books and the very first Megami Tensei game. So I was like, no, I'm definitely naming him Akeme. It's been a long time with a new Shin Megami Tensei game, main trilogy. And I was like, yeah, like, I didn't think I was going to win because there was like, I think 400 people tried to get it or something, like retweets. I'm like, there's no way. I never win giveaways. Well, apparently I did, but I didn't know. But this is a better story. So, so yeah, like, and then I got a tweet. I saw like a DM in my box, and it's like from Atlas. I'm like, hey, congratulations. You know, PM us with your info. I'm like, oh my god, I actually won. So yeah, I got it. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was. You know, I was thinking it was going to be like 8 by 11, you know, a nice little small art print. Thing's huge, man. I was like, damn, I need to get this framed now, but it's super awesome to have that art print. It's very, very rare, and I'm super happy to own that now. It's a nice piece of Atlas memorabilia. It's really unique. So that kind of maybe not balances each other out, but it made me feel better about losing the other contest that I won years ago. But yeah, thank you, Atlas. I love you guys. I love you.
You're lucky. I've never won
Yeah,
a Twitter thing.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my god, it shows me. I knew they'd like that Akeme reference. I'm like, shout out to the original. Other people wouldn't know what the hell it is, but I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely calling him Akeme.
Were there other prizes to that contest though?
No, it was just one copy. I guess they had like one extra for the art print that I own now, and you would get a copy of the game, the first print edition. So you get a free copy of Shin Megami Tensei 4, which some other chick won. But like I said,
So,
I didn't care because I wanted the print because I knew that's more of a rare item and harder to find, and I could buy the game, no biggie.
so you won out of how many people?
I think when I checked, it was like 400 people tried to retweet and win that art print. It was actually more people, ironically enough, wanted the art print than a free copy of the game. Because I think it was like 200 who tried to win the copy of the game. So
Wow,
so
that's awesome.
yeah, it's awesome. Really cool. Yeah, those are my contest rants. Thank you.
Techno, you have a cool statue too, don't you?
What?
You have a cool statue, don't you?
Statue?
Don't you have
Of what?
Knuckles? Don't you have Knuckles?
Yeah. I also got, all three that are out right now of Yu Yu Hakusho characters. Yeah. And also, the, Necromancer of, Castle Crashers. Signed by the creators.
Do you want a Yuri Low statue?
Sure.
I won't.
Dude. There's no way you're giving him that, are you?
Hell no, that thing's worth like $2 now. It's ridiculous.
Oh, I mean, like, that's your favorite character.
No, I don't even have the statue. I've just been wanting it. It's so damn expensive.
No.
Oh, I thought you said $2.
Oh, hell. I wish it was $2. Jesus Christ. I need $2 for that statue, man. Alright. They need to reprint that statue or something, please. Oh, and on a side note, I did play, like, Project Cross Zone. Like, but that was a long time ago. Yeah. It was a fun game, like... It's fan service, the game. Essentially, it's a sequel to Namco Cross Capcom on the PS2. And it's fan service, the game, with a super loose story trying to connect why all these characters are meeting each other. But if you want, like, just a simple, fun, pick-up-and-play strategy role-playing game, it's cool to check out. The battle system works exactly like a fighting game because it's a huge emphasis on juggling your opponents and not dropping combos, because if you drop a combo, it's very critical and it kind of costs you, and you kind of time it right. But I came across Yuri and Estelle, so that was really happy for me. It was like they're really far into the game. I think it was like 10 hours in the game or something, but I was like, yeah, Yuri. And there was like a Tales of Vesperia reference that you would get only if you actually beat the game. So I was happy about that. It's so weird.
I have that game. I haven't played it yet.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing special story-wise. It's just like if you want a fun pick-up-and-play kind of strategy role-playing game, it's cool to check out. And it's fun to see like all your... Like, the more exciting thing was like, oh my god, who's going to be next kind of thing, like every other chapter I wanted to know, like, who am I going to encounter next, what characters, and I know majority of the characters. There were only a couple of characters I was like, who are they? But yeah.
I'm surprised Sonic is not in that game.
Yeah, you would think, I mean, Sega's in there, so why not?
Yeah, but...
He'd work.
I mean...
They have like Mega Man in there. Apparently you don't get Mega Man until like way later in the game. He's like one of the last characters you get.
No, well, that sucks.
I know, I was thinking of Clive because I'm like, I heard, I was like, when you get Mega Man, I was like, damn, he's like apparently one of the very last characters you ever get.
When do you get Ryu?
Oh, he's really early. Well, you encounter him early, but Ryu and Ken don't officially join the party till like later on too. It's like maybe chapter 9, chapter 10, around there.
Alright, I'll play them then.
Yeah, it's a fun game to play, and it's so cool to see all your favorite characters interacting with each other and stuff like that. There's a lot of witty dialogue between them. Yeah, I need to pick that game up because it's just been on my mind, because as soon as Shin Megami Tensei 4 came out, I was like, oh, I'm playing this.
Yeah, I picked up the special edition of Project Cross Zone because it came with the soundtrack. As soon as I heard that, I'm like, oh, I have to get it. I want that fucking soundtrack.
Yeah, there's a lot of good music in the game. Oh,
Yeah.
it's so good. Yeah, it's great.
But
I guess that's that it. Any more callers, maybe, or no?
does anybody else want to call in? Techno's lonely.
What?
If you want to call in, Clive, how would they do that?
They can add me, QuickFreeze915. Send me a message, and I will add you to the call.
Crickets.
Sure.
I'm reading people's comments, so all I get was Dante is badass.
Hell yeah, he is. All the characters are so badass in that game.
Yeah. Even Ulala.
No, I haven't encountered her yet.
Oh, okay.
So I'm assuming she's later in the game too. Because I literally stopped as soon as I got Yuri and Estelle, like after that chapter.
Oh.
You know what Sega needs to make?
More Shining Force games that actually come out to the States.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Guys of Arcadia too.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Dreamcast, too.
Oh,
No.
that reminds me, because I don't have my list up of what I played recently. I did play another RPG that I've been playing, like, started recently, but that's Valkyrie Profile 2 on the PS2. And it's actually pleasantly surprised me how much I actually like it. I tried the original one, like, a long time ago, and I just didn't give it enough chance, I guess you could say. But this one, like, it looks super pretty. The combat system is very similar to something like Resonance of Fate. I can tell Resonance of Fate took inspiration from the Valkyrie Profile 2 battle system, but it's pretty awesome. It's super fun. It's like combo based and all that, and you have like a little radius that you can move, and then you can do certain attacks and all that. But it's really awesome so far. I like the story. I like the presentation, and it's almost like a puzzle platformer sometimes, because if you played Valkyrie Profile, you would know it's like a 2D style game. So it's not 3D. You actually move, side to side 2D. And there's a lot of emphasis on platforming and using this little gem mechanic where you like shoot this little projectile that freezes enemies and you can like teleport to them, and like it's really complex. It's like puzzle platformer mixed with RPG, but I'm enjoying that too.
Yeah. It's funny how Sega or someone at Sega was flagging people's videos about Shining Force, and they don't release the games over here.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm like, come on. That's so bad. That makes me sad.
Yeah, the battle system is definitely hard to get into for Valkyrie Profile. And it's ironic too, because a couple months ago, or like a month ago, I tried Resonance of Fate, because it's a game I feel I didn't give it a fair chance when I first played it, because I kind of hated it at first, and then I gave it another chance, and I actually wound up liking it. But it's super complex, but once you get the hang of it, it's one of those where it's super complex, but once you get the hang of it, you realize how goddamn awesome it is and how fun it is. It's like one of those that makes you feel like a badass when you're doing good and stuff like that. It's fun. I like it. Yeah, I guess no more callers.
No one's calling in.
You know, I downloaded Darkstalkers Resurrection on PS3,
Yeah.
and I didn't know that Japan and probably Europe as well had a physical version.
Oh yeah, that's why I've been.
Oh, yeah.
Pisses me off.
That's why I've
Yeah,
been.
they did.
Because I
They
want to pick
definitely
up the
did.
Japanese. I want to pick up the Japanese copy of Darkstalkers Resurrection.
Yeah. I sent you that poster of Darkstalkers, right?
Yeah.
That's the cover of the physical copy.
Yeah, no.
Okay, well, I didn't know if you knew that. So, yeah, I don't know why they didn't release a physical copy over here. And I still remember that. Didn't they say like if that game was popular enough, they would make a brand new Darkstalkers?
Yeah.
Yeah, which never happened either. But
No. See, I was thinking their Capcom's or like announcement at EVO was a new Darkstalkers. And
Oh hell
you know,
no! That's honestly why they released Resurrection, was just to test the waters on the popularity of Darkstalkers, and you guys didn't pick it up. How dare you? So now we're never gonna get one. I think they came out recently like, oh yeah, it didn't sell as well as we thought it would. So it's like that kind of kills any hope for a sequel. So I'm like, damn you guys, it's like the only fighting game I actually like. You guys suck. Buy the game.
I'm sorry, Dan. I'm sorry.
Why? I just want to play Felicia.
Dude, I like Donovan in that game.
Yeah, Donovan's pretty cool.
I like Donovan a lot.
I play as, I forget his damn name, the vampire.
Dimitri.
Dimitri, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good character to start with.
He's pretty much like a Ryu, a Shoto character.
Yeah, he's kind of like, the default character for Darksiders. But he's still good to play as.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess, is that it?
I guess that's it, yeah.
We want to wrap it up, do our next episode next year sometime.
Next year.
Next year.
No, but, yeah, seriously, guys, we're back. We're loving it. We're going to do a bi-weekly podcast, not weekly anymore, because, Techno has work to do.
I gotta sleep sometime. Shit.
Dude, you sleep more than, like, cats do on a regular basis.
Oh, yeah, before we go, I actually picked up a pretty expensive Dreamcast game.
I thought you were going to say cat.
Oh, I did that too.
Oh, jeez, okay.
But that Dreamcast game is Project Justice.
I was just going to say that too. I was like, isn't that really rare fighting game, Project Justice? It's like that.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yep. It was $80 fucking dollars.
$80 well spent.
What is Project Justice?
It is Rival Schools 2.
That means nothing to me. Explain it.
Rival Schools is another fighter by Capcom that it's like a bunch of schools and they fight each other.
Hence the name.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's pretty much like the easiest way to tell you the story without going into it.
Wait a minute, isn't
Jealous of you, Techno? Ha ha! Yes, I do own it now, and I think my next pickup for the Dreamcast will either be Techromancer or Power Stone 2.
Nice.
So how many Dreamcast games do you own, Typo? Kind of curious, because it seems like you've been buying a lot recently. Like you've been really focusing on the Dreamcast.
I think I have about 80 to 85.
Out of how many?
There's, oh God, just counting American, probably, oh man, I would say around 200 something.
So you got a little less than half.
Yeah.
Yeah, but recently it sounds like you've been knocking off some of the hard to find ones, which is always good.
I've
always
been,
good to get that out the way.
Yeah, I thought about, buying cheaper game, and then I was like, I should just go for the big titles to get it, through or over with, paying all that cash, because I don't have, a mom and pop shop, or I don't the flea market here don't really carry many video games, or I don't find many. I found those 2 PlayStations and somehow a Mint Metal Gear Solid Black Label and Mint Black Labeled Parasite Eve. So yeah, so I can't think of any other expensive Dreamcast games though, other than Power Stone 2, and because I have Mars Matrix, I got JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which I picked both those up at PAX Prime. And I have some others. I can't name them off. I still need to get Giga Wing 2. That's the one I'm really wanting.
So, Techno, are you ever going to get a copy of Bordered Down? Good old Bordered Down. Oh, man, I want that so much.
That shooter?
Yeah, it goes for like $200 or so, $250.
Oh, good.
Yeah. It's Japanese, though, so I guess if you don't
Yeah.
count that, but it'd be really nice to have your Dreamcast collection, just saying. Feel like I don't Bordered Down.
Screw you, KBK, for taking that.
Yeah, I went to a flea market recently too. It's funny you mentioned that. I went to a flea market recently because I normally don't have the time to go out I normally don't have the time to go out quote unquote game hunting, And I went to a flea market recently, and like man, it sucks, man. Like as soon as I went there, I'm like, man, resellers everywhere. I already know it. Like everything's been picked through. I can tell, or it's just a bunch of overpriced stuff. So
yeah,
it was unfortunate. I found 2 games, but they were nothing special. Yeah.
Yeah. I got a sealed copy of Topping of the Dead. I don't know why. Like, I bought that off eBay for like $5. It was kind of nuts. I got Skies of Arcadia. I got both. I picked up recently. I think I might have showed them off already, but Resident Evil 2 and 3, because I already had I forget the name of it. The other one that was like first on Dreamcast, which I didn't know, but Code Veronica was the one that was on Dreamcast. The Japanese had the the PS2 port or whatever that had like Code Veronica X. Dreamcast version had that version first before PS2 had it. So, yeah, Dreamcast wins.
Nice. Now I think we can end it now. Sorry, you said we're going to end like half an hour.
Oh, yeah, I also got
oh my god.
Fatal Fury, Mark of the Wolves.
Oh, nice. That one, too, is one of my favorite fighting games. I don't play a whole lot of fighting games. Good lord, I love Mark of the Wolves so much. I know it's weird, but yeah, man. I love that game. Nice.
I just don't want to go.
I know, well, this is a good thing, too. It's like, I guess, since it's bi-weekly, you might be expecting maybe some longer episodes, since we'll have, like, more to talk to, so that's good. But, yeah. I guess that wraps up episode 75 live of the PSP Grand Return. This Sunday. No, but yeah, like we said, it feels great to be back. We started missing it more and more, and we're just like, man, we might not be able to come back in full capacity, but at least we're back in some capacity. So it's fun. I look forward to doing more episodes with you guys. Grimace too. Grimace is great, and I guess that wraps up episode 75. So.
Stealing all my hamburgers.
So I guess this is it. Bye, guys. Everyone say bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us.
Waving, you can't see, but I am. Later. Love you guys.